on a new episode of Unhealthy and Unstable, and he really kept it like that.
He's committed.
I did.
Oof. Well, don't put it down now. I gotta introduce what you're doing. DJV said he thought he was late. He just got home. Now Joel wanted a later stream, so we just started. Literally just started. You're good.
Just in time.
Trayvon, let the people know what's going on.
I saw this Sonic movie. It was so great. Robotnik was showing a little too much, but I loved it.
It was double Robotnik. Yeah, him and his father,
It was.
grandfather.
They meant, and the post credit scene. Woo! All right, that's all I got.
Oh, Wolf.
All right.
I'm excited.
Well, me and Joel have not seen it yet, so we will not be doing a breakdown today. So that'll come next week.
Yeah, hopefully this weekend. That's the plan.
Oh no, actually no, not next week. Sorry guys. We won't be doing a show next week. We'll see you the week after.
Yeah. Our New Year's show.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the new year. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the new year.
Well, actually, that is the new year, literally. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll see you in the new year. That's
Come on, Static Shop. Yeah,
I'm coming on.
Let's talk about it.
The charge. Why would you mention Static
Bring
Shop to
Bring
Trayvon? Why would you do that?
He was good.
I still need to see the first two Sonic movies. I don't.
What?
Oh my god!
I don't know.
I'm not a Sonic fan, DJV.
Oh, and I got this too. Yay! It's a little keychain.
What is that? Oh, a keychain. I never know if it's a pin or a keychain.
Sonic the Hedgehog is, probably my favorite video game character of all time.
I want all four of these. She didn't let me take. I should have took them in rain.
Is that a magnet?
Not that
keychain.
serious.
Their keychain before the fan event. For the fan event.
I would have. That's really nice.
Right. So Joel said he's going with Sonic. Who are you going with, Trayvon?
I didn't say
Shadow.
I'm just saying it's my favorite character.
I know. I'm saying Sonic is yours. So I'm trying to see. You said your. It doesn't have to be in Sonic's world. Just a video game character.
Oh, my favorite video character.
Yeah, my favorite.
I don't know. You gotta get mad.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm going Crash Bandicoot. It'll always be Crash Bandicoot.
All time.
All time. It will always be Crash. Always, always, always. I'm kinda a Sonic fan. I only play like 3. All right. Nope. Not even gonna read the rest of that. Nope. Okay, we're just gonna move on. No, he didn't say anything bad. It's just to only have played 3 Sonic games is crazy. I know people that dislike Sonic that have played like at least 6.
That's crazy.
Mega Man.
Oh my god, I love Mega Man.
Very, very, very good. Okay, we got Jamie in. Jamie, what's going on, Jamie?
Nothing much. I'm happy to be here. I'm actually honored I was invited to the stream to talk about the announcements today. That, I appreciate it.
I just want to put this out there. AJ is so full of it. He tells me last night, I got to work Thursday night. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, no problem. I haven't potted with Jamie in a while. Reach out to Jamie. And here comes AJ. Oh, I didn't get an invite. You said you were working. I didn't know you could podcast at work.
Listen, he said he was working. That doesn't mean he's unavailable.
Apparently. I just watched a TikTok yesterday of a dude working at Taco Bell playing Fortnite at work. He had on his AirPods and did AirPlay while he was at work. And I was just like, you know what? You know what? I'd be mad as hell.
He effing a manager.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Apparently.
That's
like,
what
damn. When friends say hop on, that's the purest definition of like, all right.
He turned the manager up. Ain't no way.
Yeah. Fired on the spot.
I'm sorry. What the fuck, Trayvon?
What?
No. Anyway. All right. So Trayvon went Mega Man. Joel went Sonic. I went Crash. Even though for me it's difficult. It's either Crash or Kirby. It's really hard for me to choose between the two.
I mean, look, it's hard for me too. Sonic was probably. It's hard. It was like I was a big Mario guy as a kid. I was a big Link guy as a kid. I was a big as I got older, I became a big fan of like Snake and like Dante and characters like that. But Sonic was my guy. Like, I don't know. I've always loved Sonic since like Sonic, literally the first Sonic game. Like
I mean,
that long ago.
My first game was probably Mario Duck Hunt. It was probably one of my first games.
Yeah, the combo.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm like, Mario is like attached to me for forever. But Mario, I always looked at Mario like Superman. So it's kind of just like Mario bores me, right? Like it's not. I don't really have that much fun with Mario. So I'm like, I always when I played Super Smash Brothers for the first time, I was, and this is why I don't do it now. But that was the first time I ever had options because I didn't play Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. So I'm going through a bunch of different characters, and I'm like, I'm not really loving anyone. Then I get to Kirby, and the only reason I like Kirby was I was really bad at Super Smash Bros. So people used to just knock me off the environment, and Kirby could just float back, and I'm like, I fucking love this.
I would do that.
I love this. I love it so much.
Then they nerfed the hell out of him.
Yes, and that's how I became a fan of Kirby. And then obviously I watched the animated series and played Kirby solo games. So actually, I just talked myself into Kirby. It's Kirby. But Jamie,
fair enough.
What's your video game character?
Can you restate the question? I heard some of it, but then I got on my laptop.
Favorite video game character.
There you go.
Your favorite
number one video game character.
I probably have several. I'm assuming how many of them.
See, Link. That's the thing.
That's the character.
Link, he doesn't really say a lot. He emotes a lot, and it's funny. I don't know if I would say he's my favorite video game character. It's one of my favorite video game series for sure.
Fair enough.
Favorite character. One
Cloud.
that comes to mind. Cloud is pretty good. I think the first one maybe ever that I was like, oh my god, I love this series. I love like everything this is about. Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Oh, great character.
I was about to say that's great. Yeah, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love him. He's the only reason that I begged my parents to get PS Vita so I could play the Uncharted game. That was the only reason why. And PS Vita was also great. But I was like, I was getting it specifically to play Uncharted.
Uncharted is a great series, and he is a great main character. So I don't blame you.
Can't go wrong there at all. That's the OG. That's just the OG. You know, you got to know. That's the OG. I will say, Jamie, I'm not here to judge. I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out there.
I already know.
Breaks my heart. You didn't say Sly Cooper.
I didn't know.
Out there.
I love Sly.
Sly's cool.
I love Sly. A lot of these games, I was older when these games came out, so it was a little harder for them to stick with me. Like
that's what I'm saying. That was one of the things I think me and Jamie bonded over was we are maybe one of the few people that still scream the name Sly Cooper. Right?
Yeah,
I love Sly.
Yeah. I bought that freaking GameStop exclusive Funko Pop because I'm like, I'm here to support my man.
Gotta support Sly Cooper. Gots to. But yeah, no, I mean, it's video game characters are fun because it's like I have a favorite video game character depending on what the video game is, right? Yeah, so it's obviously. Like it's when I say Kirby, it's because when I think video games, probably a lot of my most fond memories are attached to playing games with Kirby. But it's like it could be anyone, like Sly Cooper. It could literally be anyone. I mean, you ask me on the right day, it's Arthur Morgan. Like it literally could be anyone.
Kratos, Geralt.
I mean, shit. Shout out to Joel for suggesting the game. What's the lead for the the samurai game? The
Jin Sakai for Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes. Could be him. Literally could be anyone.
I was thinking Jin.
Sifu.
I think I love Nathan more.
Nathan is such a classic.
It's funny because you were talking about Smash Brothers, and I'm like, I loved a lot of the main characters, but they were all Nintendo. Once all the third party, they started bringing out third party characters like Sonic and then Mega Man and then Cloud and all these other like Snake. I'm like, I love so many of these third party characters. It was insane. I was playing more third party characters than Nintendo characters.
Oh my god!
It was crazy. Wow, that was strong.
Yeah,
I know.
apparently he summoned his AJ energy.
Yeah.
I know.
Hello, I guess is the way to respond to that.
Mike took a shot before he joined the pad.
Oh my god! I just beat Red Dead 2 last week.
Oh, tell me
DJV.
that wasn't great.
No, hold on, Joel. Do not give this man a pass. Every time I talk to DJV, I feel like I'm 90 and he just turned 18 and like he's just experiencing life. DJV, where are you, man? Where are you in all these events? Where?
I beat Red Dead during the pandemic. I'm like
the first Red Dead or 2?
Part 2.
Oh, okay.
I never played it.
Oh my god, Red Dead 2 is great.
I'm about to buy Red Dead Redemption 1 again because my life cannot end until I beat Zombie. That is like the hardest fucking shit ever, bro. Oh my fucking god. But Red Dead Redemption 2, classic. I'm glad you got to enjoy it. Great game, great franchise. I don't really know how they move forward with that said franchise, but figure it the fuck out. That's really all I can say.
Fair enough.
I'm playing Sifu now. I mean, dog. I'm starting to think, are you just waiting for like the hype of these games to run out? Then you can try them out, DJV.
I mean,
Sifu is great.
I can't
Sifu,
blame
like
awesome.
It might be. I don't know what platform DJV is playing on, but like Sifu came to Xbox either early this year or last year, and it could be on Switch. I'd be shocked if it was, but it is. Could.
No, it's on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends on what platform he's playing on. Maybe that's what it is. I think Red Dead on Switch.
Red Dead is on Switch. Yes, the first one. The second one is your Switch would explode. But the first one is on there. The first one is for sure on there.
That's fair.
No. DJV is telling me he's waiting till the sale, till the price goes down. That I get. But Red Dead Redemption 2 it feels like it was so long ago.
I can't
I know it wasn't, but it feels.
I can't talk shit to him because I'm literally playing Resident Evil 2 right now, and that game came out when I was what, 12? I was 12 or something when it came out. Like it was a long. Like it was. I'm really behind in that franchise. I always wanted to play it, and obviously now we're at the point where we're going on 9, I think. So imagine I'm older and much older now, and I finally played Resident Evil 2.
God bless you.
God bless me indeed. That game is a fucking panic attack waiting to happen.
I'm just telling you right now, the stress games already give me, and then on top of that, having the shit out of me,
they're not as hard as the games I just finished playing, which fucking see, fucking monkey guy fucked me up. I was seeing. I wanted to cry. It was that bad. I'll never those fucking any game like that again. I'm done.
So we're seeing you for Elden Ring Night Rain, right?
Oh hell no! I fuck.
No. See Trayvon's face.
The stress.
It's co-op. It's
between
co-op.
Sekiro and the fucking Wukong was just like Sekiro light. That's
Listen, if you really want to get to know somebody, it's like you and them. Elden Ring Night Rain, trauma bond.
I heard they changed the gameplay a little bit for this to make it more accessible, but still, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, y'all been drafted. There you go.
I will tell you this.
Dave, I would say masochist. I can't.
Be careful, y'all, trying to do those kind of games with Joel. He doesn't have the patience y'all would need him to have for that kind of shit. It's why, Jamie, what was that game that just came on platforms? Of you're all tied together. Was it Chained Up?
Oh yeah, like Chained Together.
I could never play that with Joel. I couldn't. We would say things to each other we couldn't come back from. So it's like you just gotta know who you can play these things with. I couldn't do that game with Joel. We would just say too many bad things. We would never come back from it.
Stressful life, bro. I do
He's
that.
A sick man with sick thoughts.
No, I can't stand it. Like these games are really stressful. That's why, believe it or not, Resident Evil has been a nice balance. It's different pace because it's more survival. You don't have to fucking shoot at anything if you don't want. Now it's much easier getting them out of the way, so you don't got to worry about it later. But these fucking things don't want to die, and you only have so many bullets. It's just insane.
It's interesting to hear you play it.
Resident Evil's fun. It's just
You're not gonna play
it's
Resident Evil? It's cool.
Resident Evil 2 is crazy. I mean, I don't mind company. It'd be nicer than sitting there in the dark alone. But
Oh, it's funny.
Don't make life sound like that, Joe.
yeah, that's all. Resident Evil 2 is like it's very quiet. And most of the time, you're in the dark.
Yeah,
with a
that's the
flashlight.
terrifying part. Yeah,
That is.
I
The
haven't
liquors.
played.
They're fucking terrible.
I bought the bundle for 2 and 3, like the remakes. I still need to play them, but I played Resident Evil 7 and 8. That, or no, not 7 and 8.
I do want to play 7 and 8. Those are the first person ones, right?
Yeah, 7. I think no. Yeah, I'm not touching 7. I don't know if I will ever play 7. If that's Biohazard.
No.
I think Biohazard 7.
8 is Village. Which was Village?
Yeah, 8 is Village.
8 is Village.
Yeah, that's the one that I played. I think
9 hasn't come out yet. So because 8 is a sequel to the 7.
Yes.
So 5 and 6 are the Chris Redfield action ones, not the survival horror ones.
No, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Let me see. I watched my uncle play Resident Evil 2 when I was younger.
It is fucking. Imagine now with the graphics. The graphics are so much better now.
Terrifying. I'm gonna be honest with you, DJV. You're becoming in this rare space to where if you told me you were 15, I'd believe you. If you told me you were 46, I'd believe you. I'm really just not understanding your age.
Gotta keep
but yeah, no, game is scary for sure. I'll give you that. All right, let's move on. All right, so obviously we all did what we were asked. We all looked up. We waited a whole 24 hours to do so.
Sure.
My neck has never been stiffer than trying to wait for this. But I've been looking up, and today it finally came. I will say this is one of those moments where I kind of wish it was back in the day, where it premiered at the movie theaters, so you could see this on like the biggest fucking screen possible.
Mm-hmm.
I almost took all my TVs and put them together, like in Dark Knight, where you saw all the screens, just so I could like experience it just bigger.
This is the projector will come in handy. Remember you
said what?
Remember you were talking about getting a projector.
Yes, exactly. That would have. Yes. You know what it was, Trayvon? The other day I cut my light out and looked at my wall and I said, my wall's too ugly for a projector. Like, I don't like my wall.
Too ugly.
Like, the color is just, I don't like it.
You get a screen.
Yeah, you can.
Screen or you paint the wall white, period.
Trayvon, is that someone in our queue or is that a photo?
What are you talking
about? I can't, it won't let me scroll down.
Where?
In our lobby?
No.
Oh.
It's not. It's me. Just leave it.
Oh, no. It's AJ. Look at you. Just wrong.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm looking at
it's a phantom.
Look at that.
Here we go.
I'm like, it just popped up while I was talking. I was just like, is that? Because I thought, I brought up Superman. So I thought you put up the photo.
Crypto. The super dog.
I love that show, by the way.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was so funny.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Before we go into the Superman trailer, and this is going to sound crazy as a Batman fan, I never knew Batman had a dog until I saw Crypto.
Me neither, actually.
And I was just like, what the fuck? Batman's got a dog? I said, oh, well, then fuck Crypto. I'm with Batman's dog now.
Actually, same brain. I literally thought the same thing. I'm like, where is his show? Where is Duke's show?
Like, what are we doing? So I very much learned that and was just like, oh, interesting. Now, I know what you're going to say, Joel. Oh, Batman had a dog in Batman Beyond. I told you that show. Just like Trayvon refuses for Incredible Hulk to be canon to anything, that's Batman Beyond for me. That show doesn't exist in my brain.
Because it's not canon.
It's not, I don't think he called him Ace.
He didn't, but he had a dog. Like it was the premise of Bat. It wasn't the first time.
Yeah,
they call him Ace.
They did. All right, because like
Batman Beyond, they call him Ace.
Because he's had dogs and he doesn't always call them Ace. A couple times I heard him call him Titus or whatever. But
hold on, time out, DJV. We're not disrespecting Ace. We're saying once we found out about Ace, we only wanted Ace. That's what me and Jamie are saying. We just didn't know Batman had a dog.
Bat Hound.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. Because I don't think I was somewhat reading comic books when I was a kid, but of all the Batman stuff that I had, they had to keep it PG because 'Twas a baby. Yeah, I didn't see
What's
Ace.
the
Did
baby?
not. Yeah.
Ace the Bat Hound. Yes, he exists. It's a thing. There's a lot
I
of
love it.
there's a lot of pets out there, super pets.
Love it.
Now, not to be confused with The Rock's Super Pets movie
No, I mean
that gave the superheroes weird pets.
no, I mean they got almost all of them right except for Wonder Woman. They gave her a Potbelly Pig for some reason.
Yeah, which I didn't really understand.
I mean her pet's a kangaroo, so it's not like it was much better.
No,
You
not
also
really.
got Damien with the cow.
Damien the cow, yeah. He also is like that weird bat creature, monster. I forget his name.
Damn. DJ,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know what you were saying here, but now I want them to create a breed called Sherman Shepherd.
See, I knew there was another dog.
Get the German out of here.
What if Sherman Shepherd? That could be an in-universe thing. I don't know.
That could be, but no. Let's get the Germans out of here. Let's only create Sherman Shepherds. There we go. Perfect dog. Sherman Shepherds.
What?
I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said right here. A Sherman Shepherd.
Y'all do y'all.
Yeah, you know.
He's more Damien. So. Yeah, Damien takes control of everything. We know that. All right. Oh wait, Didge. What Didge said. Hold on. I'm gonna grant what he said. Crypto's a superior dog, anyways. Sure. 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 Bitewing.
Bitewing.
All right.
Oh, that's Bitewing's dog. The one with the one leg. Oh, he's missing
one leg.
Yeah, he's missing one of his.
I've never seen this.
Arms. Or
yes,
which one
yes, DJV. But it's hard to tell someone that their opinions are as wrong as Digis was. But you try to respect it. All right, let's get into this trailer. Trayvon, you can bring up the Superman photo, the one that was like the backdrop for the trailer. The trailer dropped for I think for pretty much for all of us was 9 a.m. Yeah, pretty much for all of us,
8:54.
8:54.
That's when the countdown started.
Trayvon saying he got his. You got yours at 8:54.
I don't know. I think it's when it started. I don't know.
No, it was.
The
countdown started at 8:54.
I recorded my reaction before my meeting. My meeting was at 9.
I was about to say, Trayvon, right before work, he's trying to get it in.
I can tell you right now, my countdown started yesterday. So I had been waiting.
You got it, Didge. You got it. You're
sure,
good.
Didge. Sure. We love you all the same. Your wrong opinion. Anyway, we had the first trailer for Superman. Me and Trayvon started threatening James if he didn't release his trailer. So James responded to us personally and said, "No problem. I heard y'all. I'll drop it." Some people were saying Super Bowl. Me and Trayvon made a phone call. It didn't go that long. You know what I'm saying? So we finally got the drop of this.
They're probably going to show it at the Super Bowl again, too.
Well, no, the Super Bowl, I can tell you right now, the Super Bowl is probably going to have a lot of what you saw, just more dialogue to it. It'll probably be like 50 seconds to maybe a minute. But to me, marketing-wise, it makes no sense to have trailers that close together.
It seems they're doing the teaser that was not the same footage, and then we got this, and apparently whatever they just put in the theater, which I didn't get with.
There's only like 2 extra shots.
Yeah,
I'm mad about
shots. I'm still mad. I ain't see it though.
You've seen it. They posted it.
Mike, no. Mike, be more specific. It's not that they don't have Super Bowl money. They don't want to spend Super Bowl money. They got it, but Warner Brothers don't look like they want to spend much. So this is great for them. I think the
they could do the 15-second spot is like, hey, come check out the trailer on YouTube like they did last year.
No. You still have to pay that $1 million.
Yeah, but not as much as it would for like a minute or whatever,
Profitable franchise right now. They're definitely going to spend money on it.
Oh, no. I don't think we're saying they're not going to spend money on it. We're just saying I don't think you need another trailer so close to when this one drops. So to have it in February is like you don't really need to, because the movie comes out in July. So you just don't want to give us too much footage before we get close to July, and then they give us every fucking TV spot known to man. Again, I'm not saying that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying in my head, you just don't need to hit me right back with another trailer.
Well, when is Comic-Con? So it's
July.
July what?
21st.
So it's like
July
It's after the movie. Yeah.
It's after the movie. So yeah, all right, so like it'll be before. And so Fantastic Four is probably the week of or some shit.
It is.
Like,
it's
the week
on
after.
the 20th.
All right, so it's the week after.
Fuck. I just to me, I'm just like, don't flood too much of this movie, right?
Yeah.
Let me look up the
So
release date for Fantastic
I'm
Four.
okay with them not doing anything for the Super Bowl. Let that be a Marvel night. If Marvel wants to do Fantastic Four
July
and
25th is
stuff
Fantastic
like that.
Right.
Let that be a Marvel night or whatever studio wants to do stuff. I can see Stranger Things not during the Super Bowl, but during that time frame, like that night. I can see Stranger Things dropping something that night. Let other things take the spotlight. You did your job right now. I think this trailer right now is sitting at 15, 16 million views in like 11 or 12 hours. So I'm like, you did what you needed to do. The buzz is out there. I don't think you need to beat it over the head. And giving us 2 trailers in the span of a month and a half to 2 months, I think that's a little bit extra, you know?
I mean, yes, but also like this is the first film of this new like DC universe. So I don't think it's bad to go a little extra, you know? And
I think if maybe this trailer underperformed, I'd agree. Like if this only did like 5 million in 10 hours, and it's like that's not great. You know, go heavy.
Jeez,
but
16. It's basically at 17 million right now.
The only thing I think that's beaten Superman was Spider-Man, and we know that's because that was a generational movie. No Way Home was generational. I think No Way Home had 20 million views.
Wait,
in
let
like
me
8
see.
hours.
I'm gonna check No Way Home right now.
I don't know. I just like.
Go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead.
I worry for well, I'm not worried for this movie. I think people will go out to see it regardless. But as far as like buzz and people talking about it and like kind of building that excitement, like the news cycle goes by extremely quick. So I feel like they let Marvel have a big night or whoever during the Super Bowl. Like that might be talk of the town when it could be talking about Superman, talking about new DC, talk about like, oh, how did Creature Commandos come out? Like we really like the season, or like we want to see this, and that. So I don't know. I think it's another opportunity for them to kind of get some eyes and build some excitement that they can kind of take from Marvel, especially with the fatigue.
I
just
kind of
think
like
No
the
Way
little
Home
thing I saw
had
earlier.
355 million views its first week.
Wait, hold on. Say it again, AJ, before we go to Trayvon. Say it again.
No Way Home had 355 million its first week globally.
Damn.
Yeah, see? That's fucking insane. But again, that was a generation. Every generation,
and that was after
Spider-Man
a week.
Came out.
Yeah, that's
this
just came out today.
Right. Go ahead, Trayvon. Sorry, go ahead. I want to make sure.
No, I was saying the marketing. I saw like today did a clip of like I don't know who the character was, but it was like, hey, can you watch Superman for a second? It was like a one set, like marketing thing. I like that. I was like, if they do stuff like that, keep up with the trends and stuff. That was cool.
Right. I completely agree. And that's the kind of things you want to do, rather than giving us trailers that close together. And to your point, Jamie, before we move on, February is already you're already going to lose if you're DC. You have Captain America dropping, right? They're probably going to give you your new trailer for
Damn, is it coming?
Thunderbolts. Yeah, it's in
February.
February.
February 14th.
They're going to give you your Thunderbolts
Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to give you your Thunderbolts trailer probably that day. Super Bowl might give you Fantastic Four trailer. It's going to be Marvel heavy. So if you're DC, you don't have to try. You don't have to try so hard to be competitive in that sense, because today showed that people are interested in Superman, right? So to me, you just gradually pace them to July. I don't think you have to go heavy. Like I said, I think if today underperformed, that's when you start freaking out and like, all right, let's just plaster Superman everywhere, anywhere. But I think because it had such a great reception, I think you can kind of just ease your way in there. If Marvel has February, let them have February. Take March.
Oh, we definitely get that Fantastic Four
trailer.
trailer.
June. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Do you want to go up against Fantastic Four? Like, you know what I'm saying? That could be a juggernaut in itself.
I mean, it's funny that you say that because with Fantastic Four and Superman, we haven't had any like great reception prior to what we've gotten. Like the DCU hasn't been received well. None of the Fantastic Four movies have been received well.
Right.
So I think it's hilarious that we're getting two superhero movies that haven't been received well in the longest time back to back in July, which is crazy.
One of them's the
Golden Age,
studio,
baby.
one is the franchise. I feel like, we got you versus DC. I feel like
Yeah, that's what I said. You're starting this universe with Superman. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
To DJV's comment, it was Superman Legacy. James Gunn did speak on that. I don't remember his exact quote, but he said he did change it from Legacy to just Superman.
Yeah.
He kind of was alluding to he didn't want all of the history of Superman to kind of weigh down on this film. So he wanted it to just be its own thing rather than supporting the whole brand of Superman. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, I kind of get, because I always was curious when he called it Superman Legacy. It was like, is this movie about him leaving a legacy? Is this about the legacy of the character? Like,
it does sound like a documentary title.
Right. So, to me, it was just like, I completely understood. All right. Marketing is best in small bursts because oversaturation can actually hurt the film. Keep playing this teaser, make some TV spots, and release a new trailer for Thunderbolts. There you go. See? There you go. All right. So the trailer itself, I love this trailer. I was telling Joel and Trayvon earlier, I've never seen someone be able to essentially give us a muted trailer. Right? You just heard chants of Superman, really. Right? Outside of obviously him talking about crypto.
Wheezing.
Well, I mean, like, not
God.
actual dialogue.
That was a lot.
Not actual dialogue.
That was a
I thought I misheard. Well, I was like, "What's going on with my phone? Like, why is it?"
That man was dying.
Love, but that is one thing that I do love is it feels like in the comics, Superman always gets his ass beat, right? He always, at the end of the day, saves the day, but he does get his ass beat. I want to see that. I do want to see it like, you gotta OP this motherfucker to save the day kind of thing, right? To where it's like, he gets his ass beat, learns the lesson, comes back stronger. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell. So I'm like, damn, if whatever did that to him now, Darkseid might kill him with a punch. Like, if whatever did that to him is doing that, goddamn. But I very much loved it. I kind of love that this trailer was more about the vibes than it was anything else. It was just like, feel the vibes of Superman being back. And I felt every ounce of the vibes of Superman being back. I really, truly did love this trailer. And seeing his suit, like when he saved the little girl, I don't care. I don't mind the trunks. I don't mind the collar. All of it looked great in action. Now I don't really know how I feel when he's just standing there talking and I'm looking at the trunks and the collar. But in action like that, it looks great. I got absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. And Crypto looks awesome. So that's my thoughts. Jamie, I'll start with you. What were your thoughts on this trailer?
Wow. Yeah. The breathing definitely hit me at the beginning. That was really unexpected because, like, Superman, whenever people talk about him, not necessarily how like stories play out, but whenever people talk about him, he's always like the kind of invincible guy. Like, how are you going to beat Superman? Like, what are you going to do? So to start the trailer with him like beaten up and wheezing and like asking Crypto for help, I was like, damn, what happened? But yeah, I do agree that this was like about the vibes, kind of just, it seems like we're going to get like, the origin story again, which, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm kind of.
Is that what you got out of it?
Wait, hold on. Just Jamie, for reference, James did state there is no origin story here. So if you're talking about when you saw Pa Kent, I think that's present day. I don't think that's a flashback. Is that what you were referring to? When you saw him sit next to his dad?
I think it was a sad moment about his mom. That's what I think.
Maybe, because you didn't see his mom there at all. But James did come out and say he's not a fan of the idea of Superman and Batman getting from the beginning.
Another origin story.
Right. This is a Superman that's been active for a while.
I think it was like 2 years. It was either a year or
I
2
don't
years.
remember
They
the I remember the
separated.
time frame. I just know he said he's been active. Everyone's
Mhm.
been active in this universe that you're about to
Yeah,
see.
you're
Everyone's
being
been
thrown
active.
into a
Yeah.
superhero world.
Yes, but I think I understand what Jamie's saying a little bit because this, for me at least, I did get like a little bit of like he's still new to this,
Is that
Mhm.
where you're going with
essentially.
it? They still
I don't think
learning?
he's more of a veteran like people would think he is. I still think that he's new to it. Um, at least that's what I got from it. Because
Yeah.
right now, we all know that everybody loves Superman and Metropolis,
Mhm.
basically. But right now, nobody does, and I feel like this is like his, I guess, his true beginnings. Not really much of an origin, but like his true beginnings of becoming more popular with
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
I don't think
with
it's
the masses.
necessary like retelling his like, coming from Krypton, like landing on Earth
Mhm.
kind of thing. Like it's just I guess the origin for like this new Superman, I guess. So I don't think they're gonna just say things and assume people know. I don't think that they should do that anyway. But I do feel like it'll still feel like a fresh, like, here's where I am and kind of looking towards the future. This is the kind of thing you can expect for Superman kind of thing.
Yeah, I've always said, look, I've never had a problem with redoing an origin because I believe there's a generation that doesn't know of the generation before. So I
Yeah.
never have an issue with that. But I do believe the most iconic origins are Superman, Batman, Spider Man. You just don't need to do them, right? Like
Mhm.
they're just the most iconic.
If you want to know, just
So
rewatch those movies or watch them for the first
or
time.
no,
Or
I just think
show
their
comic
origin stories are
cartoon.
now part of pop culture, right? Like everyone knows Spider-Man got bit, right? Like that's not a thing
Mhm.
you need to know comic books to know. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows Batman's mom and dad died. Superman came from his exploding planet. Like those are pop culture things. I don't think they're more so. You got to have picked up a comic book to know that. So for me, it's like those three characters don't ever need you to start from scratch. But like if Fantastic Four wanted to do that, I wouldn't have a problem with that because I don't
Mhm.
believe it's as known to the unknown as it is to us, right? So for me, I appreciate him kind of dropping us in a universe that's been lived in. So it's like he said things
Yeah.
like Lois and Superman know each other, right? Like they know each other. It's
Mhm.
not new. It's not her just finding out about Superman today. So I'm like, I appreciate those essences because it's like I do kind of want to just start. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not a fresh start, just start. Like drop me in
Mhm.
here. I already know. So um I that I do like that aspect about it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Have they ever killed Ma Kent? I feel like they only ever killed Pa Kent. Well, here's the thing:
Recently.
his parents aren't usually characters that are dead. Usually, that's relatively new as far as I know. With Zach doing it with his dad, I don't think
No,
that's a usual
Su-
thing.
Superman the movie did it. That's where it really started. And then,
What the old Reeves?
yeah, the Reeves one, they killed
Oh,
his father off.
don't remember that at all.
Well, yeah, they killed off his father. Smallville did it eventually. Uh, Obviously, Man of Steel did it. But normally, like the cartoons, no, they both are alive. Comic book, even the shows like the Superman and Lois
Mhm,
or Adventures of Lois and Clark, they were both alive.
mhm.
Stuff like that.
I think for Superman, it's usually crucial to have them alive because his actual parents died, so they're kind of like
Mhm.
his
Right,
anchors,
double
his
whammy.
emotional anchors.
Yeah.
So I mean, because you kind of look at it and you're like, well, if you killed off his actual parents, why would you just fast forward to killing off his new family? Like, can't. And I've always said I wanted to see a lived-in universe where I could see Kara be kind of raised by Ma and Pa Kent too. So I hope neither one of them die because I want to see that. I want to see Kara interact with them. So for me, I hope that does not happen. For the sake of it just being like I don't think we need that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I thought the way Zach did it was perfect, but I don't think we need that again. Go ahead, Jamie.
Last thing I wanted to say, because I'm sure everybody else will touch on more points in the trailer. You know, I love dogs, so Crypto being in this, that's a win. That's a win for me. I'm here for it. I'm also like, I don't know, just the fact to see Crypto in live action, I'm like, that's kind of insane to me. That's kind of crazy. So that's another reason to be excited.
Well, look, James now started some shit because Batman better have a fucking dog. Is all I know. That's all I know.
Okay.
Batman better have a motherfucking dog.
Okay.
So, I'm just saying, you started it, James. You started it. But Trayvon, I want to go to you. What were your thoughts on this trailer? You did a great breakdown of it earlier. What were your thoughts?
Well, I thought it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I think it's very interesting to start the way they're doing it with him hitting the ground like that. And my first thought was, who left him there? Did cigar? Like what happened? I mean, I like it. This is the first time I feel like ever I've seen where Superman looks very different in his Clark Kent form with the hair. It looks very nerdy, and it would be a little difficult to tell. Other times, I'm like, come on, the glasses ain't enough. But this time, I feel like it's enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I like how Lex looks. He looks real good. Let's see what else. Oh, I didn't think we were gonna see like the other characters. I didn't think we were gonna see Mr. Terrific or Hawk Girl or Green Lantern. Although I hate how Gardner looks, that's probably high school. But that's the only thing that took me out of the trailer. I said, "Ooh, he look bad." And I was all right. I just went past it. I just ignored it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what did that to him. Why are they throwing stuff at him? I guess they messed it up a little bit. And they're just like, we don't want you until we need you. And see, this is why I couldn't have powers. Because I'd be like, I'm going home. Have fun. Yeah, I just, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I can't wait to see more about this movie and story. Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else that I can. Yeah, crypto. Them whistling for crypto and crypto beating there. It's so funny to me. I did think I guess I'm gonna drag him all the way home. I'm excited to see
that'd be rough.
Mr. Terrific really being utilized correctly. I did like to see Mr. Terrific in the Arrowverse, but it'd be nice to see him utilized fully. Have all his technology, and all his intellect.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Not just hair braiding and hair bush, whatever.
I was just, you read my mind. I was just about to say, I'll never appreciate that character unless you tell me he braids his hair right before he suits up.
That was crazy.
Yeah, you'll lose me.
Yeah, that was only a CW thing.
No, just so you guys know, don't listen to Joel. He's never read a Mr. Terrific comic. In the comics, Mr. Terrific for 2 pages each would braid his hair right before he'd fight. Don't listen to Joel. He knows
never
nothing.
had braids.
He knows nothing.
Never had an afro.
Is he gay usually?
No, he's not.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess I gotta wait till off or did
his name is different too. His name was Curtis.
But you know why he was gay in the CW. You 100% know why he was gay in the CW.
No, I don't.
Trayvon, who's the producer on the CW?
Oh, well.
Like that man was gonna find a way to make somebody gay.
Should have been more.
That man, he was gonna try his hardest.
His name was different too. They changed his name to Curtis in the show. His name is Michael.
Okay.
No, but I mean, Trayvon makes great points. I was hoping we saw the team. I just wanted to see what they look like. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep going off of set photos. I want to get that out of my head. So I'm like, actual footage of what they look like. I can go, okay, that is what they look like. That's not just what set photos look like. Because I remember that set photo of Clark with his hair. And I was just like, ooh,
Yeah, it still kind of
no.
looked a little crazy in the trail. There's like one shot where it was still like, I was like, no,
He's walking
no.
through the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's walking through the crowd, when he actually gets inside, it looks fine. So I was like, I wonder what happened with that.
Yeah,
You know what it is, Jamie?
I actually like that though.
it makes him different.
I mean,
It
I'm
works.
fine with the curly hair, but it just like it looked like he had on like a wig or something.
Well,
Yes,
First
that's what I
shot.
was gonna say. It looks like
Yeah.
a wig, but I can accept it because, like Trayvon said, you're going out of your way to make him look different than Superman. I
Yeah.
respect it, and I could never be mad with James. Look at the photo we got on screen. That motherfucker got the S curl curling like a motherfucker hanging down. That's all I ever asked for. All I ever asked for. That's it. That's all I ever asked for. I'm good.
And this after you've been through some shit and it's still curl.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Like, look at that. That's some damn good hair right there, is what that is. AJ, I want to go to you. To me, I've always defined Superman, whether it's a comic book or a show, by like iconic shots, right? I thought till this day, I thought the best Superman shot I ever saw was Zack's when he's saving the people in the flood and they're like looking up to Superman like he's God. I thought that was one of the most beautiful shots I had ever seen. Right? Until that shot of him saving a little girl in this trailer, and I'm just like, that's just such a good shot. I love that shot. And then him walking through the crowd, like the shots on this are just so beautiful.
Amazing.
What stood out to you, AJ, in this our first look at Superman?
So I want to talk about a little bit of the color grading in this. I know a lot of people aren't a fan. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but many people
Haters.
aren't a fan of the color grading in this movie. I don't know why, but they don't. It is totally different from Zack Snyder's vision, which is good. I love Man of Steel with all my heart, but there was some stuff that I just didn't care for in that movie. But I love the cooler feel of this movie, right? That we've seen so far. It gives Metropolis a lot more like hopefulness type of feel to it, which is something I really, really do like. And there's one shot in the movie where this little kid like brings up a flag in the middle of battle, which was very cool. I think that was one of my favorite shots of it was that one and when he was saving the little girl were my like two favorite shots of the entire teaser trailer.
To Dig's point, I don't think it's necessarily that Dig because you get so much color in the MCU. I think people have started to believe that what you got in the last regime is what DC is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And I think that was the most frustrating part, that it's like Metropolis should never look that dark. And then you go to Gotham and they're like twins. That's not what you should do. Metropolis should look like this. It should look bright, it should look colorful. The sun should be up all the time. It should be things like that, right? So it's the idea of like, I think people just get confused with the idea of this is what the universe of Superman being lived in should look more so like.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
My thing is with Zack Snyder's vision, I didn't mind it because I think that he was trying to stay consistent with the entire vibe of that world that he created. So everything was going to be dark in contrast to everything.
He uniformed it. Right, yeah. He uniformed
it. But we've only seen so much of what James Gunn has right now. But from what I've seen so far is that he's just going to make everything feel different. So Metropolis is going to feel different. Gotham is going to feel different. Everything's going to feel different, but I feel like when everything comes together, it will still feel very familiar in a sense, much like in the comics is. Even though everything feels different, everything still feels like it's connected. Not even just a little bit, but everything just feels beautifully connected, at least for me in the comics. And I feel like that's the way he's going for. So him having these like I still need to see his like Gotham, like his version of Gotham or whoever's doing Gotham for the DC universe. But right now with Metropolis, I really am loving like this type of vision that he's going for. We
And
haven't
to
really
your
seen that much since like what Christopher Reeves.
yeah,
That bright
'cause
hopefulness.
Brandon's was pretty dark. Yeah,
Yes. Uh-huh. So
not
that
as dark, Joel, but not as light as this.
I mean, Brandon was just another. You gotta remember, Christopher Reeve Superman was all. Metropolis was New York. That's
yeah,
all it was.
yeah, yeah.
And then Brandon Routh Superman was just a continuation of that, and he kind of kept it old school
mhm.
looking, like almost like it was still stuck in the 70s almost. Well, it kind of kept that classic look. Obviously, his was very different, but yeah, I see what you're saying, but I wouldn't say it was dark.
No. I just mean, I mean, it wasn't as light as this, right? And to AJ's point of AJ and Digit's point of color, I think the best example we've gotten in DC in this new DC we're in is when you go to Matt Reeves' Batman. Go look at that movie again and look at when it turns from night to day. It still looks like night, right? Just like a little bit brighter. That's what Gotham should
Yeah.
always feel
We
like
got
because it's not a happy place. So you
we
want to
got
kind of
some of
make it
that.
doomy and gloomy so that the audience knows this isn't where fun stuff and happy stuff happens. This is where Bruce's parents got murdered in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a dark place to be in.
I
And when
like
you
when the
go to
cities are distinct. So like
exactly right.
when Metropolis, the city of tomorrow, should feel like that. Gotham really is a city that's kind of stuck in depression, or feels like it's stuck in depression.
Mm.
Right.
That's just they all have their own feel and look and their own lore, which I feel we saw
Yeah.
through set photos that they're actually creating a lore and a map where everything's located. Now we haven't seen any of it visually yet, so I look forward to seeing how Metropolis fits in within the scheme of the country as a whole. You know what I mean?
Yep. Go ahead. Take it away, AJ. Yep. I'm completely with you, Joel.
Yeah, bro. Overall, I think this was like a perfect teaser for me. Um, I love how James like just created the atmosphere for this movie specifically with no dialogue, no well,
Some,
little to no
yeah,
dialogue. Um,
very little.
I'm very interested on why he. Actually, no, I'm not really curious on why, but I'm intrigued on the reason he started this trailer off with a beaten Superman, which I think it's interesting because, like you said before, we all know Superman as this all powerful god, basically, and he's just like always winning and stuff like that. That's how people know him as such. And James Gunn decided to like give us this like what happened to him type of feel, and I feel like that's very interesting on how he's like doing that. And yeah, I just love this trailer. I just love this teaser and everything. It has me very excited. And Crypto, beautiful. Lois Lane, amazing. I can't wait for Lois Lane. I need her to talk. I need to hear her voice. But yes, I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, did took the words right out of my mouth because I didn't want to interrupt you there at the end. But yeah, you essentially answered it yourself, AJ. That's exactly why. That's
Mhm.
exactly why. Is to because Superman at the end of the day, even though obviously he's this all powerful being, he is supposed to be looked at as something of not your everyday guy, but a symbol of what everyone should strive for, right? So you don't
Mhm.
ever want to make him seem like something you can't strive for, right? It's like as powerful as Spider-Man is, he feels like an everyday kind of guy, right? Like when he's Peter Parker, he's just like us, right? So you kind of want to make it feel like yes, he is all powerful, but he is something to look to, right? Um, so I'm like, yeah, did knocked it on the head. Mike did too. Right. Now, I will be very interested when James does get to Superman being like a god. First thing I thought as I passed it to you, Joel, was I could see this Superman having a scene just like he did in what was the animated movie where it was Superman versus I think it was Superman versus the Elite. Remember where he made the Elite think he was gonna kill them all?
Yeah.
And it was all to teach them a lesson of I could murder you all in my sleep, but that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. Right? And I'm like, I can see James as Superman doing some cool ass shit like that. Like snapping, but not snapping to do something bad. Snapping to show the people, I could be what you want me to be, but that's not who I am. So don't push me. All right? Because I could become the Superman Trayvon writes about. All right? I could just, I could I-beam everybody in this motherfucker.
You mean
Keep
Homelander?
Yes, there you go. I do believe Trayvon created Homelander on the low. I really do. No, but I think his Superman has the potential to be that, and that's really cool that he can kind of utilize his strength, but in a lesson form. But Joel, how did you like this trailer and kind of knock on some of the geek stuff that we left out for you? Like there was a lot of stuff that we didn't even touch on.
The trailer is how do I start it? Like it was I'm not gonna lie, maybe I'm old, like I'm getting old at this point. I got very emotional watching the trailer.
I saw so many people like their child looked up and they're like, well, I cried.
It's weird because it's like I think I'm trying to remember like this. I think it was when I knew that when he whistled. As soon as he whistled, I knew there was crypto coming. So I was like, oh, I already started getting here. I'm like, fuck, I'm so weak now. It's like, I haven't even seen the dog yet. I already started getting emotional. Like, fuck. But like the way he used the score throughout the movie, like the trailer, without the dialogue, I think was very well done because he let the feeling of the shots speak for themselves, really. So there wasn't like a lot of words that needed to be said. You heard him speak twice at the most, and then the kid spoke, and that was really it. And the rest was just feels or vibes, as Mike was saying during his reaction. And it was like I got so much vibes in the 2.5 minutes that we watched, and they showed us so much. And a lot more than I was expecting. I don't think I was expecting all of that. But yet so little, because there's so many question marks after watching this trailer.
I need the plushie.
It's I forgot someone. I think it was Cliff mentioned there was that they might about the plushie for the crypto, and I'm like, I didn't think about a plushie for crypto.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was on sale. I was like, hold on.
No. I know they're gonna do it. Expect to see some crypto plushies.
I need a plushie. I need a Funko Pop. I might need a pillow pet.
They might be all over those crane machines in the shore. It's gonna happen. It's a very popular toy this Christmas or next Christmas.
Yeah.
But I look forward to it honestly. Aside from that, I do like the look for like I know I saw a lot of people complaining about the hair. For Clark and all that, and I get it. It's a different look, the broccoli look.
It's like it's just that one shot where it looks like he put like a wig on. The other shot where his hair is curly is fine. It's just the one shot.
He has 3 different looks in this trailer. There's the Clark Kent look where has all his hair curly up front, and he looks a little dorky. And I think it's obviously on purpose. You see him walking around, running into people, rushing to get inside. When he's inside, he's on the phone. He's kind of hunched over. His suit looks like it's too baggy, like it doesn't fit him like completely perfect. He obviously stands. It's not just wearing glasses. There's more to it. There's more nuance, which is very all-star Superman. Very even Christopher Reeve Superman, where he's like. Clark's kind of more of a goofball. Like he's kind of like clumsy. He's a very big guy, but you're like, what? How are you this big and just there? Like what? Like how do you not do more with this size? And so that helps sell the idea that he's not Superman. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of curious. Are they gonna dig more into that? Like which one are you? Are you Clark or are you like Superman with the not necessarily like different personalities, but I guess like different kind of tendencies.
Yeah, I think.
But if Lois already knows
I
him,
don't-
then I don't know if they'll go that route.
Lois, they
Well-
will. I mean, go ahead, Joel.
No, I was just gonna ask. What do you mean by that? I only ask because Superman is probably the only character of two personalities that does not have two personalities because he's pretending for one, right? So it's the idea of he's always Superman. Superman is one concept. Just like I think in Batman's head, Batman is one concept, right? He's not playing two different people. It's the idea of if I'm too much like Batman during my day, it might send off some alarms. So I think I look at because like to me, Peter Parker and Spider-Man are two different people, right? I view them as two different people.
Yeah, that's kind of what
No. Hear me out. Peter Parker does not have the confidence that Spider-Man does, right? And it's not like Peter Parker's trying to convince people that he's not Spider-Man, because that's how Peter Parker looks all the time. Like that's not like he's not doing it as like a facade. That's just Peter. So I think Peter turns into Spider-Man rather than Spider-Man dumbing himself down for Peter. I think Batman dumbs himself down for Bruce Wayne, like Superman dumbs himself down for Clark. So I think where it works here is that Superman is always Superman. He's the good guy. He's the good-hearted. You know what I'm saying?
They had interviews recently about, and they asked that question. They were saying that to know him is to know both sides, and only so many people know both sides. And so that's why Lois will get know Superman and Clark Kent. That is who he is as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
He is both Superman and Clark Kent. It's just to know him fully is to know both sides, and like you have to know both sides to know him completely. And that's like they said in the thing, only so many people know both sides because there's the Superman side that most people see as Superman, and then there's the side that only people that see Clark, and then there's his family that he sees like both because he's not trying to be anybody but himself with his parents and obviously with Lois. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to ask James that one day. Well, no, I see. Let me take that back. I can't wait to see the movie to see how James portrays that because I've never felt that watching any iteration of Superman ever is that they're two different people. It's just always the mask is Clark Kent. You dumb yourself down to be Clark Kent, but there's nothing about Clark that's different than Superman. They're the same exact person. He just acts like a goof to be Clark, but their personality and everything is exactly the same. Bruce and Batman are polar opposites. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that with Clark and
I don't think they're saying they're too different. They are the same. They are the same character. The thing is that to know them completely, he's not going to just talk about stuff as Superman. He's not going to talk Clark Kent stuff as Superman.
The person versus the god. Yeah, no,
right,
I get you there.
That's what I mean. Like, but overall, they are the same.
Yeah. I was just kind of talking more of like Joel was saying that, like Clark can be like a little bit clumsy or like some of the like Clark Kent things I've seen versus like Superman things is like, he could be maybe, I guess a little bit shy or not as outgoing, like kind of hides himself purposefully, but and then like have that juxtaposed with like how Superman is like, he's confident, like he's out there, he's bold, like those kind of things. I was wondering like, could that come into play, especially when getting to know like Lois, but since he already knows Lois, I'm like, maybe not.
I mean, you never know. I mean, it depends if they already know each other to start, or is that later, or is it in the middle? Because if they've known each other for a while, then you probably won't see that dynamic. Yeah. But there's other characters you could do that with too. Anyway.
Wait, who? Lois and Superman?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
James said that they know each other.
Right.
I don't know how long, but he says that they know each other.
Right. So like if they're already been together, like no, they already know, she already knows. It's not really you probably won't see that dynamic with them, but there are other characters that he could do that with that you could probably get that feel for. Because there's more of a supporting cast now, like with the Daily Planet cast, so you can like have him with Jimmy or have him with Lombard or him with the other characters and have that dynamic. Where was I? Oh yeah. So the other superheroes, like I was very happy to see every single one of them. The goofy looking Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl in all her glory, basically flying around, and a little very small tease of Metamorpho, which excited me very much because I always wanted to see kind of a live action version of what that would look like. So like I'm very excited for Metamorpho. There's a fucking giant kaiju in the trailer, which I'm very curious about. Like, what is that about? I'm very excited, but I don't know what's going on. And I always look. I was saying it on the last pod I was on that I've always wanted to see superheroes fight giant kaiju. Like it's like something I've always wanted to see, and we just rarely see it. And like I'm getting in a Superman movie where that's more common than you would think, especially the Golden Age Superman is always fighting giant monsters. You know,
I will say, Joel, you could speak to this. What made me so proud to see that kaiju and to see this trailer, James is doing something I feel like people shy away from when they do a Superman, when they do Superman in live action. They don't give Superman enough things to punch, right?
Yeah,
like how many times have you seen Superman stop a bank robbery? He's not gonna punch them, right? He's just gonna like swoop in, stop them, arrest them. That's it, right? I want to see Superman punching shit. Give him something to punch. Right? Like, he's not Batman. He doesn't do hand... You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to fight a bank robber hand to hand. So it's like, give him...
You don't have to fight them at all.
Right. So I'm like, I enjoy the kaiju. Right, exactly. I enjoy the kaiju. I enjoy whatever that is that it looks like he's fighting in that stadium. But I want to see more... Ultraman,
Black Noir, as we were calling him. Yeah.
I want to see more Superman punching shit. You know
well, yeah, a lot of people do, and look, it looks like he'll be punching a lot of things and getting punched by a lot of things. So, there's more action than he's gonna have his hands full. It looks like physically between the giant kaiju and that dude in black and whoever else, and like it looks like Lex is doing some weird shit. But got a gun in his hand. I'm sure there's a kryptonite bullet in there somewhere.
By the way, shout out to everyone that took that shot of Lex holding the gun and gave me the best Hitman idea I've ever had in my life. And now Nicholas Hoult is my Hitman. So I can't wait. I can't wait for that to come. But it's now in my head. When he's not Lex, he's Hitman. He's Agent 47.
That's what it is. I'm like, what number was it? 47.
47. There we go, baby. There we go.
My favorite shot of him was actually the first shot, but in the Luthor Corps building.
When he first turned around.
When he first turns around, I'm like, oh, that's sick. Yeah, like I know it sounds weird to get excited for a Lex Luthor shot, but like these are shots of him that we always wanted Jesse Eisenberg to kind of look like, but he never did, and it never. We only got one very, to me, good shot of him as Lex. So it's like
it was one of the best end credit scenes ever.
It was great.
And it never got to see it play out.
Yeah, unfortunately, it dematerialized in front of our eyes. Right. But I loved. So again, we haven't seen much of him, or even heard him talk. So I'm very curious. We haven't heard anybody really talk aside from Superman, and he was half dead as he was speaking. So like we don't know what he actually sounds like. So I very look forward to the next trailer when we get a full actual, like actual dialogue, which would be nice. Which would be fun.
Mike's not wrong. The only time I've ever seen discuss heavier is like you guys have played the Spider-Man games. Remember in Spider-Man 2, the game where Peter Miles saved J. Jonah Jameson, and he couldn't allow his hate to say thank you. It was still fuck y'all, right? That's the kind of level of hate Lex looks like he's aspiring to get to where it's just like Superman can save a bus of kids, and Lex is just like. Nah.
He hates him so much, and the fact that they apparently and James said it, they haven't met. So imagine this man hates him and never even met this man yet.
Right.
So it's like crazy. Yeah, that's more details.
Actually, I feel like they had to have met because they took the photo. They took like the cast photo or whatever.
No. Not the actors. I mean the characters. The characters.
They do that for some movies where they just like separate the cast. But
Jamie said, hell no, y'all not about to play with me. Ain't no way.
No, I just thought about it. I just thought about it. Like, no, they're in a picture together.
No, the characters apparently have not met yet.
I see. So okay, interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things like during because the press got to see the trailer before us on Monday, and so now they got to ask them a couple questions. Like, they talked about the trunks on the costume, and like it was David that actually talked James into keeping the trunks, and the fact that
I mean, talk to him.
what happened?
What?
Okay, Dave was the one that talked him into keeping the trunks because Dave was like, he wanted to come off as approachable, and he wanted to scare the kids off. He didn't want to be intimidating. So he wanted to kind of dress like a pro wrestler. And I'm like, I would love that to be canon where like Superman's a fan of wrestling. Like that'd be fun. That'd be really
awesome.
cool.
Big
right?
John Cena fan, that'd be cool.
It'd be fun. Yeah,
John
I mean,
Cena.
like little country boy. I mean, it has to be very popular back then. So I can see it. It's possible.
Yeah.
But I like that dynamic. I like the fact that they took apparently, notes from what's it called, Top Gun for their flying. So I'm like, oh, I look forward to seeing the flying.
A lot
of
drones.
Yeah, he used a lot of drone shots. I'm like, yeah, drones are coming in handy lately. Too handy.
And if you live in New Jersey, wink, wink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good money over here. But yeah, I think that's all I got. I mean, yeah, I mean that's it. Don't get me wrong. There's probably more to talk about. Obviously, did I talk enough about crypto? Because that was great. I think what stood out to me about crypto the most, I didn't know he was gonna have a cape. So when he popped up and had the cape, that completely sold me. I was like, because the first shot we saw crypto was from behind, and it was in a picture, and there was no cape. So I was like, I wonder if we're gonna get the cape. That's hysterical. That's very true, Mike. John Cena is Peacemaker. Imagine that dynamic.
I will go over this really quickly, Joel. It's a list of like some of the hot points of what James Gunn said in regards to this movie. I'm gonna just go through. Anything stands out to anyone, you guys just call out, and then we'll move on. So James says much more grounded than his past comic book projects. It's taken from other things like Game of Thrones, where it's this universe where superheroes actually exist. And then, like you said, David inspired the shorts. They were asking James Gunn about feeling the pressure, and he's quoted as saying, "There's a plan, but if Superman doesn't work, we are not going to just keep making movies." That's really good to know. Flying action is shot with drones and is inspired by Top Gun, like Joel said. The movie is score driven, not song driven, with nods to John Williams, which is very interesting.
The trailer
all of his Guardian movies are song driven, not score driven. You can barely tell there's a score in those Guardians movies because it's always a song. So that's very interesting. Not aiming to set up other projects outside of Peacemaker season 2.
Cool. I'm okay with that. I like that.
Lois and Clark know each other. Mr. Terrific Trayvon has a big role in this film.
It starts in this universe.
This is the one quote that I said, "Whoa!" I'm curious to see what he means by it. This quote is, apparently this movie starts in the middle of action. So I'm like, do you mean he's like, as the movie starts, he's getting his ass beat? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's happening, James? What's happening? I'm getting goosebumps. He also, like we said already, Lex already hates Superman, and this movie takes place over a short period of time. So to answer your question before, Jamie, it seems like not a lot of time has passed. Only a short time has passed, but short could be anything, right? Like someone could say short is a year, someone could say short is 4 years. I don't know. Yeah. So
I just want to know from when Creature Commandos to Superman, what is the time there? That's all I care about.
All right, yeah. So I'm very excited about this. Also, Joel, we were talking about it before that. It's not LexCorp, it's Luthor Corp.
It is.
And it looks really awesome. It looks very futuristic, that whole building.
Yeah, I love that the bridge, the Luthor Corp bridges the buildings. I like that.
That's really cool. I'm a big fan of that. I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited for this movie. Trayvon, if you could put up that one with the emojis in the two actors, this is what a lot of people are trying to get us to make canon, guys.
I feel like I saw this.
You probably did.
Oh no, I definitely didn't see this.
Let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen.
I like it.
Let's make it happen. And then Trayvon, the last one, just a shot of Batman and Superman. just to really sell it.
Ah, my boys.
No, but I mean, I know a lot of people want it. I'm not against it, and it would a true feel of what we were asking for, because Matt Reeves' Gotham looks nothing like James Gunn's Metropolis.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that would be cool to see that, to feel that, and to know what would it look like when Superman goes to Gotham. Like, how would that look? Would the shading of Superman
We would need a
come down
flashlight.
a bit? Like,
it's dark here. Yeah? The sun's out.
He'd say, Bruce, why am I meeting you in a fucking what is his basin? It's in a sewer?
Sewer.
Is it-
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
the Underground Railroad. Underground
It's
Railroad.
it's the underground train station.
Oh yeah.
Under the tower.
He's gonna be like, is there any reason we can't go to your house? You don't have it? Oh no, I got you. He's like, is there any reason we can't go to your house? Like,
Gotham
why?
Central Station.
Why are we here, bro?
Well, that's a good question.
Like, this is my house. What do you mean?
He's like,
This is where I live.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
This is
It's
one
just
of
me and
like
the Ninja
8.
Turtles down here.
One of several caves I have. Caves.
Then you can get the bitch. You live like this.
I thought you were
it.
rich.
Rich in spirit. Okay, Superman, rich in spirit. All right. Hold on. Let's bring up this comment, and then we'll see the phone Trayvon puts up, and we'll move on. Nah, I'm gonna need the end credit scene to be Crypto finding Gotham, and then Ace comes out the shadows.
Hey, get them all together.
I need that now.
That would be funny if you see Crypto just like flying cross country and he passes Gotham. You just see a dog head stick out of the shadows and growl, and then Batman just leans out and starts rubbing his head. It's like, yeah, I saw that shit. I saw it. It's like, yeah, I'm not against it. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be funny. That'd be a nice, funny little end credit.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird not having Pat Bat as like the Batman. I just thought about that.
I mean, we'll see. But as of right now, they are separated.
They are. They are separating each other, and it's crazy, but it feels right. I won't lie. It's the Collar Boys. Look at the Collar Boys. Look at our Collar Boys right there. I won't say I hate it. That's all I'm saying. I won't say I hate it.
I like it.
I learned to live with it. That's for sure.
Now, I will say this, and Trayvon, we won't get too much into it because you haven't seen it, but I will say this. One thing Creature Commandos did for me that I almost started crying, Batman had the long ears, and Batman had a long-ass cape. That cape was long than a son bitch. I said, oh my, James is giving us the perfect Batman.
It almost looked like he had a collar, too.
It did a little bit, Joel. I'll give you that. It did a little bit. But that cape was dragging, and that's all I've ever had. Let it come all the way across. All the way across. Keaton's was so close, but they needed to show that fucking logo on his chest so badly. But his Batman, even though, albeit dead, looked perfect. Perfect. Couldn't have done it any better. Bravo. All right, let's move on. We got some rumors. We'll start off with the hottest one. I think I put this together for you, Trayvon. Joel, talk us a little bit about your guy trying to sell us on this idea of Sadie.
Oh, we're talking about that now?
Yeah. It's Saints.
Hold on. Oh my god, I'm trying to find a word and I can't think of it. Anyway, all right. So yeah, there's a big rumor that dropped literally, maybe like an hour ago, half hour. And the rumor is obviously that apparently there's already a front runner for Jean Grey. They're casting for the X-Men, and that front runner is Sadie Sink. That's a pretty crazy rumor considering I didn't know they were casting for X-Men already. And if that's the case, that could be one of the movies that drops probably after Secret Wars is what I imagine.
First one. Yep.
First
one probably followed by Thor. But yeah, the only thing this taught me is they're going very young. I did not expect that.
They might go first class, like real first class.
Yeah, I did not expect that whatsoever. But I'm curious where they go because you could tell me Sadie Sink is 16 or 22, right? Like
She actually is 22.
Young
She's
enough.
22. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's
hilarious.
I was looking because I'm like,
Has
will I
that
make it
ring.
for Storm? Will I make the age cap? I think I can. I think I can do it.
She, Jamie, keep playing. We'll make that canon. So I'm very curious where they're going age wise with it. But I mean, if she is cast as this, it's not a bad casting. It's what you would want, right? Powerful actress. I just, like I said, would not have thought Sadie Sink in a million years. In a million years, I wouldn't have ever thought her. AJ, I'll start with you. How are you liking this possibility?
I like it. I like Sadie Sinks. Um, I I wish they would go older, but that's fine.
I can fit that too. I'm 25. Let's
I
go.
feel like Jamie's just gonna say any age they go for. It's like,
she's the
Yeah.
perfect age now.
I'm the
it's like
perfect
we're
age.
casting 32. Jamie's like, I could do 32.
Listen,
I
a
got
little
you.
young 32. I could do it.
Storm was technically born in New York and was raised in
Exactly.
that.
Practically
Well.
born in New York. Reborn in New York, you could say.
Not reborn.
God.
but yeah, I don't know if I like completely trust this at all. It's so far off right now. So I'm like,
It is a rumor. Be sure. I'll repeat again. This is
yeah, I know it's a rumor.
The source is Jeff Snyder. If anyone needed to know, that is the source. He would love to be that that is him.
I will say this though, AJ. I will say this. Let's remember that second Avengers movie is only 2 years away, right? So we're not talking like an X-Men movie 6 years from now. We're talking about an X-Men movie that would probably start filming in 2 years, right? To come out in 2027. So I'm like, it could be maybe Marvel's putting together like a list of people that they want to keep an eye on. So I'm like, that's the only reason why hearing this didn't make me go, what the fuck is he talking about? It just kind of made me go, they probably have a list that they're probably trying to narrow within the next year and a half. There you go. So I'm like, I could picture that. I could picture them just creating a short list and saying, okay, these are the actors we want to keep an eye on within the next year that we might call in to do like screen test or whatever the case may be. So that's the only reason why it didn't stick out is like full BS to me. That's the only reason.
That's fair.
He's been decent recently with his news. At least he's in the ballpark. So like, even if it is just a rumor, I mean, there might be some smoke there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And look, this isn't the worst thing that if it turns out to be true, we would be like, okay,
right.
cool.
It's not if it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, also fine.
Yeah, but I am with you, AJ. I did want older, mainly for one reason and one reason only. Storm needs to be whatever age they age up to T'Challa to be. Simple as that. She needs to be around that age.
I can see why they want to go younger if they're going to focus after Secret Wars. They want to focus on Fantastic Four, X-Men, and all of them. I can see why they want to go younger. I just still have this like bad taste in my mouth with not first class, but what was it? Was it first class when they were younger?
Yeah, that's the beginning of that. Was the beginning of that.
No, Joel. No. AJ's talking about the actual X-Men movie when they were children. First class is they weren't children; they were adults.
But no, they were children. The adults started it. They started recruit. They became kids afterwards. But that's when they were younger. You got a younger Xavier, younger Magneto.
Oh, yes. But that's what I'm saying, to separate the two. Because you're saying first class. That movie wasn't with the kids. The next movie was with the kids. It was the start of.
They were still young.
The point is, I feel like the main group, like the main casting for I don't think they should go younger. I feel like I shouldn't say younger, but like I think they should go like middle age, probably like 30.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell Joel. I think what AJ's saying is
My
Joel,
bad, dude.
He'd be more comfortable.
I'm getting there.
If they were,
I'll be there. 2027. I'm closing up.
No, I
he'd
think
be
20
more
is a good
comfortable
age.
if they were around the age of the characters in First Class, rather than the very next movie where they were like 16, 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where they were at the basically the end of
Right.
Dark Phoenix age.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
really,
why I
the
was
one
trying
with
to separate
Apocalypse is the one where they were really young.
Right.
But and that had potential, but never really lived up to it. But
They tried.
yeah, but I don't mind them going young if they do it right. Like, my thing is, I want to see the
that's
first
fine,
class. You know, like it's funny because
Yeah,
we're
this
the
photo
young
right here, I
team
can see
back
it
then.
working. I can see this like perfectly. It's
Well, so, you know what? I'm cool if they mix it up and there's some younger ones, some older ones. It's just who
You want to know the
Yeah,
frustrating
there you
part about the idea that it could be Sadie? I'm going to tell you what pisses me off the most. Sadie is the perfect actress to give us Phoenix, but I'm all Phoenixed out. I don't care anymore. I don't want it
no,
anymore.
I want it.
But then
I
you're
need it.
casting the perfect person to pull it off, but now I don't care anymore. I'm over it. Like, you ruined it both times.
They refuse to do it correctly. So
Right.
like, maybe look if you do the Phoenix again, you have to include the MCon crystal and you have to include the Shi'ar Empire, or else I don't give a fuck.
I think part of the reason why I wanted them to go older is because I want Storm. I want
Yes.
Jodie Turner Smith to be Storm.
Oh wow,
She's 38.
Oh, AJ,
Yeah, I'm about to
that's
say
not my
she's-
name.
She's completely aged out of this X-Men group then.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm listening to the audio in the Storm audio book, and she meets a young T'Challa, and, like when she's young too, and it's cool.
That's what we need. Like, we finally have the pieces. Why would you rob us again? Like, we have the pieces. Put Storm with T'Challa.
I'm looking for a T'Challa.
Would
it's
y'all
all
be
lining
mad
up.
if they used his son for that?
I don't mind.
No. That's what I'm assuming. When I say T'Challa,
Okay.
I don't mean Chadwick's T'Challa. I mean the son. That's what I'm saying. Age him up, but you don't need to age him up to like 36. Like, I don't think you need to do that.
No,
You know,
you were early 20s.
because I'm like, I think we got to remember Shuri's in the next movie, so T'Challa can't be older than where Shuri is now. We don't need to make Shuri 50.
Oh,
right? So it's like we need to
that's
make
not
it.
how many
We need to make it
years
realistic.
Where is she now? She's what?
I'd say Shuri's in her 30s.
Well, I mean, what is what's her name?
Who?
The actress.
I don't know.
She's in probably her mid 30s.
Letitia Wright.
Letitia Wright.
In her mid 30s.
I don't know why I always forget her name.
Because we don't hear it enough. Like it's
Probably
not
right.
like she's in like a whole bunch of stuff.
She was what, 8?
She's 31.
Wow, she looks amazing.
How old was young T'Challa?
How old is who?
Young T'Challa. How old was he?
Maybe 8.
Yeah, he's way younger
The
than
the last time we saw him, he was like 8 or something like that.
But that's what I'm saying. When you age him up to about like 18, 20, right? That's what I'm saying. If you want to have Storm around that age, no problem. I just don't want Storm to be in like her early to mid 30s and T'Challa is just 20. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't need to do that. we don't need to do that.
This kid's
Let
not
them be
asking
around.
for all what you want, but I can try and shoot for 18 to 20. I'll talk with my people. See if he can.
I don't know when Jamie started this campaign, but I love it.
Today.
Oh, he was
today.
6. He was 6.
He was
He
6?
was 6?
Mm-hmm.
Or was he 7?
Joel, what is this, a bidding war?
I'm just looking at all this. Say he was 6.
I don't know.
Joel,
I did the math. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. He was like at least 7. I don't know about 8, but I don't know about 6. It was definitely around somewhere in the middle.
Let's
That's
just
7.
say
That's
not
it.
10.
Yeah, 7.
Let's just say not 10. Yeah, wherever they want to go. Because to me, what I think would be really cool is if we got, you know how they're doing the Wakanda shows.
Yeah,
I would love for Ryan Coogler to do an animated series about T'Challa coming up with Aurora.
Maybe it was 6.
Right.
that'd be cool.
And then Aurora maybe wanting to venture out into her own, and then that's what her entering the X-Men is about. It's about her never really feeling accepted in Wakanda, being the only only one of her kind, like with powers. So like
The
she
hell is
seeks
happening?
others, and then you go to the idea of yeah, I just saw the same thing, Joel. I completely threw me off.
I was like, what
You
the
just
fuck?
see her make her way to New York to joining the X-Men. I would
You
like
know
something
what?
like that. So
Look,
I like this idea,
they,
Juwan,
they
because
should just do this thing I'm reading right now. It's
Mhm.
Storm, Dawn of a Goddess.
you
That's the
could be an
audiobook.
animated voice
Should
for
do that.
like forever, So I love this idea. I could
we're
be a
gonna move on.
Storm
I
for
don't
a
know
long
what's going
time.
on with Jamie, so we're just gonna move on. Trayvon, what do you think of this possibility?
Whatever gets this movie to me faster. Sure. Go ahead. Cast who you want. Come on.
Unfortunately, the only
Hurry
thing to
up.
get this movie faster is the one thing you refuse to have.
What's
It's
that?
time. Time. We can't get straight to 2027. We gotta 2025, 2026. Like we got some years to go through, Trayvon.
We do.
You do not like the idea of giving them time. So
No, it's fine. They're casting. That means they're doing something. Keep doing something.
again, this is rumor, not official. So
Well,
they might not even be casting.
I'll
Don't
get on it,
get my hook,
Trayvon.
okay? Thanks.
Outside of yourself, what are your thoughts on the possibility of this casting?
I'm into it actually. I've only seen Sadie Sink in Stranger Things, I think.
Like most of us.
But I really liked her performance, and I can definitely see like the fiery side and the kind of the softer side of things. I would probably be more excited for her to play Jean Grey or the Phoenix than I would be for I don't remember what her character's name is in Stranger Things, but I'm not Stranger Things out. Like I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm not excited for it anymore. It's been so long, so I would
love
much
how
rather.
you waited till the end to go. I'm sick of it. It's like it's ending now. This is the perfect time to not be sick of it.
See, I thought it was
It's over.
ending last season though. I'm pretty sure they said that, and then they're like, "Oh, gotcha, we're doing another," and I was like,
that was a horrible way to end it. If they were trying to
like,
do.
and
I'm
the
glad
thing
they
about it, like the season was great, and I was like, "Yeah, Stranger Things is back. That's cool." And now it's been so long, I'm cold again. I don't know. I'll enjoy it. I'll probably enjoy it either way, but I'm definitely like, it's not gonna be like my most anticipated, but I'm still gonna watch it.
You are not wrong. That trailer better hit like fucking crack. You're not wrong.
Oh
But
wow.
again, we know it takes them forever to do these things. I didn't know what was gonna
Didn't
happen
used
first.
to. I feel like the
Matt
first
Reeves
2 or
writing
3
the
seasons
Batman
was
2
pretty
or
quick.
Stranger Things getting made. Yeah, it was. It was like maybe less than a year. But
Yeah.
circumstances.
Mhm.
Joel, you wanted this casting, right? You were lobbying for this, right?
No, I wasn't. But I also I wasn't against it. I just never. I didn't really put I didn't put any mind to it because I didn't know. I was actually waiting for some type of news because I wanted to know where they were heading age wise. Because you have were they going to go young or were they going to go old? I prefer the X-Men from the cartoon, the '90s cartoon. So that's like 20s, right? Age range.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So like that's the X-Men I was looking for. But if they want to go first class, that's more traditional or classic. I'm fine with that. If they want to do that, I'm fine with that. If they don't, she kind of fits both. She really is 22, so they could still do that technically. By the time they get to filming X-Men, probably sometime next year or maybe later. But I'm this is now I'm curious because I also don't expect if they do first class that they'll all be white either, just like with the Fantastic Four, even though the Fantastic Four are mostly white. But if they're doing at least those 5 characters, maybe add another 2 or 3, I expect it to be a mixed cast, and so you're going all by a whole bunch of actors in their early 20s, and I don't know that many actors. Especially young actors, it's like they always get these actors either from Netflix or like Disney. Like then I don't really watch the Disney shows, so it's always finding out. Oh, cool. I don't know who you are. I'll get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited that this is a thing more so than the casting rumor.
That's fair.
Because I'm like that means we're getting closer to X-Men coming back and
X-Men. Yeah.
Yes, Wolverine. I don't think you have to worry about.
I really thought we were gonna see a new Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine? Because, like, they had like
We
the kind
did.
of
We saw
multiverse
one at least.
thing. Well, like, like the new, like the torch was being passed. I thought that was gonna happen because, like, oh, that's the perfect opportunity,
that
like
would
pull
have been
somebody out of a
nice.
multiverse, and then boom, that's Wolverine. So yeah, I'm itching for it.
Yeah,
Oops.
I was never a fan of that because I feel like you're robbing whoever wants to do a Wolverine project. Whoever wants to do a Wolverine project, since it would be the first of the MCU, give them the freedom to have a say in who they would like their Wolverine to be. But if you just pick it for them,
I mean, they could do that and then be like, yeah, have your guy come to our movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen anyway, but we'll see.
I don't know. I feel like we'll get an announcement of a Wolverine project, a writer, then a possible director or showrunner, and then I think they'll cast.
Once they're done with Hugh, like whatever,
he's not 90 yet, so I don't think that'll be anytime soon.
Oh, Hugh.
All right, let's move on. We did get some promotional art apparently for Fantastic Four. Speaking of which,
I haven't seen.
Oh, that looks dope.
That looks really beautiful. AJ, you saw that, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it? All right, Joel. Hold on. I don't think I sent it to Trayvon. Let me send it to Trayvon.
Trayvon's sleeping right now.
No, he's not. He was just smiling. I saw him. He knows. Joel, talk a little bit about it while I send it to Trayvon.
Look at he knows he was sleeping.
He was not asleep. Don't you do that to Trayvon.
Were you sleeping?
I closed my eyes for like 2 seconds.
Trayvon! What? I sat here and defended you.
I'm back. I'm here.
He's like, he's gonna start snoring.
Just a quick recharge.
I defended you.
Let me mute this.
I sent it to you, Trayvon. Goodness gracious, I defended this guy.
What were you asking?
For you to give your thoughts on the promotional. Oh my God, Trayvon. All right. For you to give your thoughts on the promotional art.
If it's the same promotional, I think it's the same one. If it is the same one, I love what I saw. Because it gives you a little glimpse of some of them using their abilities and the thing, and at least his face. We get a good look of his what he's going to look like, and that's
you see his rock face.
You see his rock face, and it's beautiful. With like the eyebrow, you're gonna need the eyebrows. You gotta do that right.
Yeah.
You know that he got the blue eyes, which is like they're just gonna end up being actors' eyes. But it's just you gotta nail it, and sometimes they're just a little off with the live action interpretation so far. I have live action.
I'm excited to see this. I didn't know.
They've been a little bit off. They've been almost on the money, just not quite there. And it's only because they don't do the brow right. They always kind of fail there for some reason. But they seem to get it in this one. So nice. Once we get the picture up, if that's the correct one. So far, every time I see the Human Torch do it, you like flamed on. You got the lines, and the suit has the lines. So like I already got the old school lines. That's very much a comic book thing for me because like. It doesn't matter. Like I don't really care, but I love the idea that old school Human Torch has lines, and then he wears a suit that has the lines, so it gives the effect of the lines when he's. Again, that's just me nerding out. And then you see a little bit of Sue using her powers. They give you some type of image. Usually, I don't know. You don't normally see.
It's just an empty photo. Like, look at Sue.
She's just like John Cena. You just can't see her. So
yeah.
And then of course it's Reed. Him not using his powers, just him crossing his arms, looking like
really.
Interesting. Yeah, he's the only one just crossing his arms with a smile.
Hey, I tell you what. There you go. I tell you this: they better start utilizing Reed's powers a lot because my Miss Marvel don't got hers because of this motherfucker. So I better see him find a reason to be stretchy. All right, find a reason. Extend your fingers or something.
For sure.
Extend your fingers or some shit.
Why would he be doing that?
Be doing what? Fold his arms?
Extending his fingers.
Oh, just to show that like you can, because he can
stretch.
Stretch any part of his body.
All right. Anyway, everyone but Trayvon, I'm curious.
I never thought about that, honestly. Like,
I'll start with so everyone except for Jamie and Trayvon. AJ, give yourself, and we'll go ahead and move on.
Oh, we starting with me?
Yeah. Only you, and then we'll move on.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like the look of it. I'm with Joel. It's about time that we actually get like a comic accurate of the thing. The brow is very iconic. Human Torch, really like it. I really like that right there. It's really cool. Um, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm.
That looks good. That looks
Perfect.
good.
Perfect. I'm ready to see Pedro. I know a lot of people, I don't know why, have some issues with Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I like it. I like he's a great actor, so yeah, I'm with this. I just need a trailer ASAP. That's all I need right now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people's issue with Pedro is he's starting to have for certain people, he's starting to have the Tom Holland disease. You're just seeing him too much.
He gets every role.
Yeah. There's a reason.
Tom Holland disease, The Rock disease.
I didn't pull that up for a reason. So, yeah, we're gonna skip Trayvon's corny ass. It's okay. We're gonna skip it.
What happened?
I'll bring it up for you again.
No.
There you go.
It's okay.
Look.
It's okay, and then we'll hide it right back. Oh,
I didn't see anything.
It's
in the
okay,
comments.
It's okay. You don't
That's
have
the
to.
most recent comment.
All right. So moving on. No, I like this a lot. I just wanted to see Johnny in Torch, in his Torch form.
Johnny, in Torch. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Ben Grimm, I never really. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go.
I was gonna ask, like, does the Thing normally wear a shirt? Because no. I grew up on the OG. Okay.
He doesn't always, but he has.
Okay.
It's off and on. It's off and on.
I guess, like, I don't know, if you can find some pants, you could probably find a shirt. Right. I just feel like I don't know. It's just you never see the big guys with the shirt and the pants.
Yeah, he pulls a Hulk. Hulk never has any interest in wearing a shirt ever.
Yeah,
at any point. I'm sure it's not like he can't. So that's the funny part. He could. But he don't want to.
I'm sure the shirt will fall off at some point.
But no, they look great. They look awesome here. I can't wait to see more. And I can't wait to hear the iconic words of "Slam on."
It's clobbering time.
It's clobbering time.
It's clobbering time. I had a little toy that used to say that all the time. It's so funny, yeah.
It's clobbering time. That doesn't sound anything like me.
All right, Joel, you said we're not going to get to all of it, but what was one of the biggest things that you wanted to talk about?
Supergirl.
Well,
yes, we did hear from James Gunn that Supergirl is going to start filming in the next couple of weeks.
Oh wow!
Well, we could talk about the whole slate.
January.
We got new dates for DC. We could talk about those dates.
Yes, sir.
We also got Clayface is one of those that got their own date. That's officially greenlit.
Is it animated or live action?
Clayface, live action. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's a horror tragedy.
This is what we're gonna do, Joel. We're gonna do the dates.
Okay.
Before we wrap it up, we're gonna save everything else for when we come back because there might not be a lot of news, so we might need an influx of stuff to talk about. I think if anything, all we'll have by then is just the villain for Green Lantern and more Supergirl stuff by the time we get back. Because ain't no way in hell they both start filming soon, and we don't have all the information yet. So it'll start to slowly fizzle out over the next couple of weeks.
Sure.
What was I going to say?
We did get a look at. I mean, things could change between now and whenever they start filming. But Kyle Chandler with the most recent look, where he had a beard and shit.
Yes.
And very salt and pepper looking.
Love
He's getting ready to be a villain. Yep.
She said getting ready to be a villain. Everyone's like, oh, he's probably actually going to do the whole Earth 1 Green Lantern look. I'm like, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. How important is it to you, Joel, that they carry a lantern at some point in this movie?
It's very important. You fucking call them the Green Lanterns. You don't see a lantern once. Fuck.
I want to see one of them wearing it on their hip. Don't leave home without it. I keep that thing on.
Like Mimir?
Yeah, I keep
hanging on
that
her.
thing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that thing on me.
I do
homie.
want to see it pulled out of the pocket dimension where they keep it though.
Does it actually do anything outside of charge the rings?
No,
So
just
it's,
charges and
yeah,
amplifies. Charges and amplifies the ring's power.
basically, yeah.
Is Kara gonna appear in Superman? If she is, it is a mystery to us.
Possibly. I think the only reason I think she will is because
I think that she will.
I also
Really,
think
because of the fact that Crypto's in it, and Crypto is supposed to be in Supergirl.
that, and because she
Go
already
ahead,
got
'cause you about-
cast. She already
Yeah.
got casted. You know.
Okay, so that's not even my reasoning. My reasoning is you're telling me you're giving us a Supergirl movie in an already lived in Superman universe. Why the fuck wouldn't I see her in Superman first? It's like either she's in Superman or Superman's in Supergirl. One or the other. But there's no way you're telling me it's a lived in universe where he's been Superman, she's Supergirl, but we can't see Superman. With Supergirl, Supergirl with Superman. That's very weird.
I'm very curious where she's at during this movie. So I do believe she'll be in it.
Yeah.
But
Now
not
she
primarily.
might just be Kara.
But primarily because they casted her before they got the director, and he usually likes having the director before he casts her. So if he casted her, it's because he has her in the movie.
Now I'm thinking maybe she shows up on his doorstep in like an end credit scene, because I know he said the end credit scene is like a fun one, not a future DCU building block. So maybe they go with that.
Maybe.
Where like she rings his doorbell, like she's watching the news of all the stuff going on, and she finally gains the courage to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie is about her ascendance into now becoming what he is. It's her coming out film. Maybe that's the case.
In the movie, in the comic, is what was it? AJ, she was turning what, 18 or 20?
Wait, for what?
In the Woman of Tomorrow, what age was she turning?
18.
18.
Yeah, 18.
So she was just turning 18 in that.
She was just hitting puberty. No, she was 16. She was just hitting puberty.
So she was turning 17?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was one of those. I just know she was her birthday. She was out in space alone drinking. It was like
It's
21. 21? All right, so she was 21. All right, so
no, hold on.
we're getting a lot of different
tomorrow.
See,
I'm thinking
I know it was her
about-
birthday.
I mean, if she was drinking, that would probably be 21.
If she was drinking on a fucking alien planet, who knows what age? It was very Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is very weird, but it's very fun because it's very kind of has a Star Warsy feel to it because it's different aliens and different worlds. And,
You know what I was thinking about Supergirl being super. That's what I was thinking of. Not Woman.
I'm like, oh, you mean the actual story? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what age she was. So is it 21 then?
It's 21.
Okay, so she's turning 21 then. So she's becoming technically a legal woman, I guess, in Earth standard, even though she's probably older.
So she already had experience on Earth and Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, she has, and she has crypto with her and all this extra shit. Yeah. Anyway, it should be a good movie. It's not on Earth. That's all you gotta know at all.
It is outer space.
It's in outer space.
So
go ahead.
So she's not actually 21. Then how did she just arbitrarily decide I'm turning Earth 21 today?
She might have actually been turning 21 physically because she's older than Clark.
She was older than Clark when Clark left.
Right. So maybe when she lands there, she's like 19 or 20. You know what I mean? Like technically. You know what I mean? Because for her, that's
Earth,
what she was.
When she arrived on Earth, she was around 16, 17.
There you go. I don't know how it's going to be in the movie, but comic book, that's what it was.
Okay.
Didge wanted you to know personally, Joel.
Don't doubt me.
That's why I was asking. I wasn't sure. I was out there. AJ read it, so I figured he might have a better idea. Will they do Comet? Hey, man, I've been saying it. I mentioned it again during the last pod I was on. They might do fucking Comet, and that'd be insane. That's the Super Horse, if anyone's asking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I never heard of that or seen that.
Yeah, but the story behind it is very different. I don't really want to give it away if they do it. There's actually a lore behind it, which is like I had no clue at all. So like if they do that, that's cool. that'd be interesting. Again, the fact that they used more than one super pet in the story was insane to begin with. I do look forward to more casting news because we only got the main three characters for this movie so far, and there has to be more people. Not that there's a lot of main characters left, but I'm sure there's a couple of surprises they haven't given us yet.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we did hear that Clayface does have a release date.
It does. It's
September 2026, right?
September 11th, 2026.
Fall time, horror season.
Yep. It's apparently going to be DC's version of The Fly. It's a horror tragedy. We have no director as of yet, but it plans on starting shooting soon, like sometime early next year. Mm-hmm. So imagine we'll hear about a director. Hopefully
within the coming months.
Yeah, I could see it being good. The Clayface episode and the animated series, which I still need to work through. But yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes.
That's what inspiration comes from for that episode. Yeah. So if you want to rewatch it, let me give you an idea of where they're going with it. Because that's one of the episode that inspired the movie. Mm-hmm. How about that?
That's a good one.
It was a good episode. A lot of those episodes are good, but yeah, that one was a really good one.
Yeah, so that has a release date. So we'll look for more information.
I got a very interesting thought. There's another untitled date for May 12th. Look, there's one for Marvel and one for DC. Right? So there's a May 2026. It's May 29th, 2026. Untitled. There's no date. It's the month before Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
What movie can they get done by that date? Because as of right now, they need to start filming soon for whatever it is.
You said what year? What year was that?
2026. Right now they have May 29th, 2026.
So what we have Dynamic Duo.
That already has a date. That's June 30th, 2028.
Batman 2.
Yeah. That's gonna be a minute.
Green Lantern, you have Wonder Woman.
The series. A show that'll
Green Lantern's a show. Wonder Woman has not been talked about.
Wonder Woman is nothing. Yeah, we don't. Nothing Wonder Woman.
Booster Gold being a movie would shock me to my core.
Booster Gold was supposed to be a show.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That would shock me.
Paradise Lost is also a show. Right now, there's no movies that he's mentioned. All those movies.
It might be something animated.
It might be because right now you have the only movies he mentioned that don't have. I mean, there's like three that he officially mentioned were the Authority, Brave and the Bold, and Swamp Thing, and then of the movies we've heard of, which are Teen Titans, Deathstroke, whatever they're doing with Deathstroke and Bane, and Sergeant Rock.
Could it be Deathstroke?
I don't know what that is though. Is it a movie? It is a movie, but we don't know.
All right, Joel, what are we doing? Let's just say what we're all thinking. It's obviously Batman. James heard me. It's Batman. All right, enough. Okay.
I was just saying. Well, again, Marvel has the same issue. That's what I'm trying to say. So, like, they have literally the same problem. Like, Marvel has a movie, February 13th of 2026. They got to start filming. What the fuck is it? It comes out before Doomsday. Like, what is it? So either they're gonna move it, or they got to film.
Or it might be is it a movie release date, or
it's a movie? It's a movie release date.
It's a Storm movie.
It's a Storm movie.
Oh dang! I gotta get ready.
Start auditions now.
Yeah.
They gotta start filming soon. They gotta hit a February date. You know what I mean? Like, fuck is that?
You said this is before or after Doomsday?
Before. So it's the movie before. Because right now you have Fantastic Four and then nothing. And then then next year it's that movie I told you, and then Doomsday. So if they plan on putting a movie before that, they got to start filming soon. What that is, I have no idea. And so DC and Marvel have the same issue. They have this movie with no date, no title on it, coming out before another movie. But do they make those dates? I'm starting. It's very unlikely at this point because we haven't heard shit. So
in 2026, what movies have been already announced for Marvel?
For Marvel. Officially announced? I mean, we know that
officially announced, yeah. Because it's supposed to be only two, right? It was supposed to be 2 movies and 2 TV series a year.
Well, right now, if they remove that date, it'll be They have right now 3 movie dates if you don't count Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man 4 is technically a Sony date. So you have Avengers
enough,
Doomsday
yeah.
and Spider-Man 4 in 2026.
Oh,
But then there's 2
man.
more dates there. One's in February, one's in November. If they want to hit that February date, they got to start filming soon. And
So you got
Yeah.
Supergirl in June 2026,
correct.
Clayface on September 11th, Batman
Correct.
2 October 2nd.
Batman 2 October 2nd. And then you have a movie for
Batman 2.
2027. 2020, March 5th, 2027, they have a date too. Another untitled movie. But that they have time to fill that. I'm more
Yeah.
worried about the 29th one because they don't really have that much time.
Well, James did say recently that we're going to hear about a lot of projects he did not announce in that video.
I look forward to
So
it.
that movie is probably something he's been working on that he hasn't
Mhm.
told us about.
I mean, it also depends on the budgets of these movies, right? Because we're thinking big budget movies. I doubt Clayface is going to take that long to film, so that's why that'll probably be really done by the time we get to it. I don't know how big. Like, if Sergeant Rock's a real thing, how big of a budget is Lucas getting? If it becomes official? Because as of right now, it's still not official.
Well, how much is Superman getting right now for budget wise?
Fuck, I don't know.
I'll look it up.
I have no idea what the Superman budget is. It has to be higher than fucking anything they're getting for Clayface. Like, they're gonna make Clayface on a budget for damn sure. Now, my question for Clayface is like, who else is in it? I think that's what more intrigued me more. Like, is it just Clayface and a whole bunch of unknown characters, or are they gonna have other characters from Gotham show up? Nah, I mean,
That's very interesting.
ooh, beautiful. A lot of interesting shit, man. There's a lot of stuff coming out.
$363.8 million.
How much? 600?
300.
No,
300. I'm about to say, fuck.
This movie better make $1 billion.
I mean, we'll see. Oh, I did see somewhere. Was it Variety saying that they expect Nathan Fillion to reprise his role as Guy Gardner in Lanterns. I don't know how true that is, but that'd be fun.
I mean,
Makes
it'd
sense.
be very confusing if he didn't.
I mean, he's my thing is, what is his status with the Lanterns right now? Because he's technically working for Maxwell Lord, right?
Yeah, but
he's still using the ring.
That's
Obviously.
my point. So if they come to Earth, they should be coming to Earth going, "Hey,
what are
Guy,
you doing?
we need you." Like, we need you,
But
dog.
they also never mention him, like in the thing. The synopsis.
Yeah, I think right now Superman is going to be the highest budget they'll have for right now until like a couple years.
Because he might be a cameo, Joel. And
Yeah.
That's a good point, AJ. But Guy Gardner might be a cameo, and
I don't doubt it. I would love to see the explanation.
Mhm.
well, we got till July, buddy.
And we all want to see Guy in his Green Lantern suit more so than this
I
Vortex
mean,
suit.
nothing would make me happier
Yeah.
to get him out of whatever this shit is he's got.
And the wig is terrible.
I mean, that's not changing.
it'll now it might start to look better the next couple times you see him, but it's always gonna look like a wig because we know that's not his real hair, and he's not gonna touch.
I need somebody to call it out.
I mean, Batman punches him in the
Snatch
face.
That's why I just make a little sly comment like your hair.
I will say, go ahead, Joel.
I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. A lot of people can't stand him. He's very.
He's a very annoying character.
Yeah, he is very. He's very much an asshole. Like, he's very hard
The
to
hair
get
fits,
along
man.
with. Huh?
The hair fits.
The hair fits. Yeah, he doesn't care. And so, like, it's very hard to get under his skin in that regard.
Which is funny because he looks ugly in that animated show, and he looks. What is it? Green Lantern show, or was it Justice League?
Animated?
Yeah, animated.
He's not in the Justice League series. He was in.
It was a Green Lantern one.
He was in the Green Lantern series, and he was in the Batman Brave and the Bold.
That's what it was. Brave and the
Bold. He actually looks just like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Some of Nathan Fillion don't look like that version of Guy Gardner. He looks just like that. Right? If you watch Batman Brave and the Bold and look at Guy there, oh my God, looks like
he almost looks exactly like that.
It does. It's scary. So pop that up, Trayvon. See if you can pop up the Guy Gardner from Batman Brave and the Bold. He looks just like
you can side by side.
I need to realize that too. I really like that show.
Yeah, that's a great show.
It's a great show.
While Trayvon does that, I will ask you guys before we get out of here. I will ask you guys. My question is, if James is saying that he's not going to go the route of, these movies setting up the bigger picture,
bad, yeah.
right? I'm curious, how do you start to implement the Justice League, right? Like, yes, of course, you could do a movie where they all meet each other and blah, blah, blah. Of course, yes. But you're talking about a universe that's already lived in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to start hearing, like, again, if you've seen Creature Commandos, you heard the Creature Commandos, Waller, talk about a certain place in the DC universe, right? And when you heard it, you're kind of just like, I want to hear more of that because I wanted to feel like it is a lived-in world.
I see what you're saying. With James Gunn's quote, I don't think it's emphasized. Like he doesn't want to make it as like a big emphasis on like, hey, this is that and this is that in every single movie. He'll have like probably hints and tidbits like in Creature Commandos, but it's not as prevalent as we all think it should be. Which I'm fine with it because I feel like every movie should feel standalone unless you get like a sequel to that movie. So we get like Man of Steel 2, Superman 2, Batman 2, something like that. But I feel like as like an overarching story and leading up to a big bad, I feel like it should be like hinted like ever so slightly within these movies, and I feel like that's what he's doing. Especially since in Creature Commandos, he's doing that a little bit.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying I want to hear more use of like in Superman, they're talking about what's going on in Gotham, or they're talking about what's going on in whatever. That's all I'm saying. I don't need to see Flash in a Superman movie. I just want to hear them talk about other places more.
See, that's why I like a little bit of with Zack Snyder's universes because it does like overemphasize it, but sometimes like you get like newsletters, news clippings, what is it called? The radio talks about it. Even the Penguin. We only got like hints of what happened in Batman through like the radio. Something like that. We could get something like that.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. I don't need to see these kids, even though I would like to see Martian Manhunter's first appearance be at the end of a Batman movie. That'd be really fucking cool. That'd be really cool. Or having Batman show up in a Martian Manhunter show or movie would be really cool. Because you got Martian Manhunter out here trying to be a great detective. We already got one of those buddy old pal.
Yeah, the question.
All right. AJ. Ooh, okay. All right, y'all. It's been a great show. Yeah, it looks just like him. It's just his hair is a little lighter. But yeah, that's spot on. That's spot on. A lot, yeah. They went less color. But yeah, that's him. Just minus the suit.
Right? Tell me I don't look like him. Crazy.
Yep, that's him. So I'm very excited for what James Gunn has coming. I'm now curious about that date, but I'll sit here and try to think about that.
Contemplate.
What is DJV saying? As long as Batman says his dope line of Martian Manhunter. What's the line?
The one from what's it called? New Frontier?
I was just about to say New Frontier. Yeah. That's the exact scene I'm talking about. I want to see that in live action. That was so cool.
I mean, there's some good lines between the two of them. We were talking the other day, and I'm like, they're like, well, what? Because obviously Dave don't want to. They asked James about what Dave would want to do, and he's like, he probably don't want to do Bane anymore. I don't know, he's older now, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, what would be good for him? He could still, because I don't want a small look. Everyone keeps saying like a Batman villain or whatever the fuck. I'm like, you know what he should be? Martian Manhunter. He could still be somewhat big, and then it's a bigger. He gets to utilize acting chops more. He doesn't have to do as much physical work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I think that would be a cool in between for him.
I mean,
can do
look,
both.
you want to keep him green. No issue with that, brother.
Yeah, man. And actually green, because before he was like gray or
I
whatever.
think Martian Manhunter should be white.
White
I
actor?
I completely disagree.
No. The character.
Give me a white. You want a
A
white
white
Martian?
A white
Why?
Martian.
Why a white
Hell
Martian?
no.
I just want them to switch it up, just to fuck with the audience.
Didn't
I'm
they
about to say,
look like
hold on.
Alien? The
White
white
Martians
Hold on.
are fucking ugly.
Here's the problem with
Mhm.
what AJ's saying. If you do White Martian and it fails, we'll go 100 years before we see
never
Martian
getting
Manhunter
green.
again.
Yeah, for
So
real.
if we only have one shot, do it right. Do it right.
Right.
Let it be done right. Now you can have him turn into a White Martian when he's back at home, or
And then we can get him again. And
But
then,
Whatever.
McGann could be white. We don't need. Come on.
Yeah, McGann's white.
My
isn't
favorite,
she?
her change from going to pretending to be a green Martian to her actually embracing herself being white Martian was my favorite thing. In
Yeah.
that show.
Now let me
Yeah.
ask you guys this. I think James is the perfect person to give us this. Do you think James might one day give us Young Justice in live action?
Maybe a
No.
version of it.
I think he's going to stick with Teen Titans, if anything.
That's the thing. I don't know if they'll be the Teen Titans. They might be.
They might just be Titans, right?
Which,
They might just be
which
Titans.
is fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But that's what I'm saying. Why not do Young Justice? Right? Because you could have Dick Grayson take someone under his wing. You could have Aqualad take someone under his. Like, you could still do all those things.
I'm curious about Dynamic Duo. Like, is that?
Yeah, that keeps me up at night. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh wow.
I don't like the sound of that at all. I don't want a puppet movie. I don't want you changing Dick Grayson. I don't want any of that. I don't want none of that.
It's animated, and if it is canon, it'll probably be a prequel, obviously.
It's
well,
it'll be.
It's a choice. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Animation wise, yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yes. I'm with you,
I'm excited for it.
I am too. I am very excited for it, but I it's gonna be forever before we see it. So
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. We got for the one in Metropolis. I got 70,000 rock for you. I need 99 cents for a book of matches. I don't remember that line.
yeah, I think that's it. Hold on,
bro. Yes, it's like that Dwayne Wade commercial. I hate the concept so much with my whole heart. But
it's not
look,
that serious. Why?
it's the dumbest concept. It's like
not.
why? It is.
It's not, especially when you're trying to catch up.
No, just do a Dick Grayson movie then.
How's that help though?
Because it could be it could be a movie where you're doing flashbacks.
But they're trying to do both. They're trying to give us both Jason and Dick.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
no, because we need Jason to just be an Under the Red Hood movie.
Then you gotta set. That's fine. You can still do it. I mean, this doesn't erase that possibility.
Well, then it means that the Under the Red Hood movie is a flashback then.
What? Why?
Because if you're doing a prequel, that means in present day, Jason Todd probably isn't dead.
What?
Not if him and Dick Grayson are the same age.
Why can't he be dead though?
Because if you're saying Dick Grayson is a full-blown adult now, right?
Now,
they're the same age. Why would Jason still be dead?
Why not?
Why so? That's going out of your way.
I mean, they're already going out of their way. What the fuck's the difference?
That's my point. I don't like.
But that's what I mean. It doesn't matter.
I'm saying I don't like any of it. It sounds just unnecessary.
No, that's just them
There's
trying
so
to
many other characters.
It's unnecessary until you see it. There you go.
Yes, of course, but that's everything.
Until you see it.
That's everything. It's just why you're just trying too hard.
Yeah.
No, but James does have me excited for this Superman movie. I'm excited to see the rest of Creature Commandos and what comes after that. All right, before we go, I just want to do this really quickly. Jamie, what stood out to you? What's the one thing that stood out to you from the Game Awards?
The one thing that stood out to me from the Game Awards. Let's see. Let me see if I still have my notes. Now that you put me on the spot, because I was like, I assumed we weren't going to talk about the Game Awards anymore.
No, I'll go first. Take your time. I'll go first.
Okay.
Obviously, Witcher. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I was hoping maybe I would hear something about another Sifu game. But
the pain I felt.
They gave you that soccer game instead.
Yeah, and
I'll
like you
never get
know,
another Sifu.
Mike and Didge were excited about that, and I was excited for them to be excited, but Slow Clap,
I was excited for them to be excited.
they knew what they was doing with the beginning of that, and then it just slowly devolved into soccer. And I was like, no. So yeah, that hurt me quite a bit. But I hope it's successful, so that way they can be like, all right, well, now we'll do seafood too.
That's all I was hoping for, Jamie. And it didn't help watching the show on Amazon, seeing the episode of Sifu, and it's just like,
it was so great. It was so great. It was funny because as I was watching it, the guy kept dying. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna make it to the end of the game. He's too old. He's got to start over.
At that point, yeah.
Oh, so funny.
I did think it was hilarious that they misrepresented the game a little bit just to speed up the episode. Because I'm like, they made it seem like if you die once, you age 30 years. And it's like, that's not not really how it goes.
It depends on how old like the character was to start with, because it does start, you start 30. Dramatically aging. Like,
yeah, you're like 30, but you do go like 31, 32, 33. You don't go 31, 66,
30, 40,
like,
50, 60.
Yeah.
10 years.
The show made it like that, but I get why it
every coin was like 10 years.
Oh man. It was good though. I'm like, can we get a full series, please?
That would be awesome. Bro, Trayvon,
like
can I say I thought about you for that episode of Sifu? Because you know what I thought was the best marketing for that? Oh, no, I'm not spoiling anything for you. But I thought the best branding for Sifu, if you did a live action, was get Simu. Simu for Sifu. Right? Right there. There you go. Marketing. Right there.
Simu and
Simu for Sifu. There you go, baby.
Yes,
and I think that would be so much fun. Yeah, put him. I'm with you, Trayvon. I love that movie he did with John Cena and Aquafina. He's gonna be mad at me, but I gotta finish playing the Witcher games. I wanted to play them in order, and the first is a computer game.
Wow.
I mean,
I'm not mad at that. I respect if you want to play them in order. In my mind,
I'm definitely
1 and 2 doesn't exist.
Yeah,
I'm playing Witcher 3 right now.
So I'm not mad at you. My head, I stopped thinking about it.
I respect the commitment. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped calling it Witcher 3. I just call it Witcher. Because to me, it's a start.
Yeah, some people do. People do. All right. I have a couple things I'd like to highlight. You know, it would be remiss not to mention Intergalactic. It looked really cool.
Like when she pulled out the lightsabers, whatever.
Yeah, it had like the waveform. Like it seemed like there's gonna be like some kind of like music stuff involved. So I'm intrigued to see that.
I got a comment on that. Is it just one? You play this just as one character, or do you play with others?
No,
and Night Rain is co-op. And Night Rain is yeah.
Oh, Night Rain.
Oh, really?
I'm talking about Intergalactic.
Oh, Intergalactic. I think it's single player.
I think she's your main character. Yeah, she's your poster.
I mean, you know, we haven't seen too much, so there could be other people, but I don't expect that.
I know it's gonna sound.
They released the cast, so that's.
But yeah, the cast looks cool. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
it kind of gives me feels of the Guardians of the Galaxy video game.
I could see that,
which I really liked a lot.
Yeah.
So if there's anything like that, I'm super down. I love the 80s aesthetic in the future. It's like the future 80s. It's really weird.
It's really awesome. I like it a lot. But yeah, I had to mention that one. For me personally, the one that like shocked me the most was probably Project Sentry from RGG. They're the people that do like the Yakuza games. They announced Virtual Fighter. We don't know a whole lot about Project Sentry at the moment, but it looks fire. They're like, I think it's the Taisho era in Japan, which I feel like we don't get to see a whole lot. I feel like it's either Edo period or modern day. So I'm excited to run around and mess people up in the Taisho era at some point.
I have to ask you this, Jamie, before I get everyone else's opinion before we get out of here. What happened to that Assassin's Creed game?
Shadows?
Yeah, wasn't it
it got delayed
this month?
Yeah,
what
happened? It got delayed.
Why?
Well, I think part of it was Ubisoft was scared of the grifters and people being like, why is there a black man? Why is there a woman? So I think they're trying to dodge that fire a little bit. Now it's like women are everywhere in games, so they might as well just come out.
No, that wasn't the reason.
No, I'm not saying that was mainly the reason. I think that is partially the reason. The other reason, which Ubisoft will probably say, is that they are trying to refine the game. They did consult someone who like is familiar with Japanese history, which is kind of crazy that
They didn't do it at first.
yeah, I almost feel like they
didn't skip
did,
that
but
part.
then maybe they consulted somebody else. I don't know. It was a weird thing. They said they were
Yes.
consulting somebody on Japanese culture and stuff like that.
I know who
so
they
they're fixing
consulted.
certain things.
They consulted Tom Cruise. That's who they consulted. They were
Lord,
like,
oh no.
The Last Samurai would know how to do this game.
That was
Just
a
let
great
that
movie,
sink
though.
in.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a great movie. But yeah, don't do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's refining some of the gameplay, fixing some possible cultural errors, things like that.
All right, just had to ask. Trayvon, was there any game that stood out to you, or is it the same as mine? Was it Witcher?
Intergalactic Witcher.
Oh, I like the sound of that meshing together.
was-
Intergalactic
Intergalactic
Witcher.
Witcher.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'll
as
make
hell.
that game.
Riding a space horse.
I ain't gonna lie, but Intergalactic. At the beginning, I was like, oh, okay, it's Tati. Hi, Tati. And then I was watching it. And then we got to her pulling out the lightsaber. I said, all right, cool, I'm in.
Please stop calling it
And then
lightsaber.
that's what it is. And sure, just, was cool. I would love it. I'm sure it'd be better than the one I'm playing right now.
What?
Some budget, some money.
See,
some,
that's the thing where I'm
some
like,
movement, some
I don't know
upgrades
if we're
like
gonna
God of
get
War.
that.
Because this game's rough. The one I'm playing right now.
Don't mind Trayvon, guys. He's tired.
I still want that South of Midnight game. I'm excited for that right now.
Yeah, there was rumors it was gonna be at the Game Awards, and then like supposedly it got pulled out of it. It might be because Xbox for the past 2 years has done like a developer direct, so maybe they're gonna do it next month in January, or maybe closer to January, February. So maybe that's what they're doing. But yeah, South of Midnight does look dope. I'm very excited for it.
Xbox exclusive, right?
It is. I mean, you know how this game is.
And that's
as far as we know for now. But yeah.
And as I pass it to you, AJ, I do want to say this. Wolverine, Grand Theft Auto, don't fucking play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? Don't play with me. I thought it was very disgusting Grand Theft Auto decided to sit this shit out.
Oh, really? No,
don't
man.
Play with me.
That Rockstar does not need the Game Awards to.
They don't need it. They don't. Of course not.
They're
bigger than that.
Jeff a favor if they showed up at the Game Awards.
But they should have just dropped something the night of, just to fuck with them. Just give me something.
They did that last year. They did like their trailer, I think, like a week before the Game Awards or something like that. So
yeah, like come on, man. I'm gonna start doing crack if I don't get news about this game.
You keep talking about crack. I'm halfway convinced you're doing it already.
Hey, you're driving me crazy over here, man. Driving me crazy. AJ, what game stood out to you from the Game Awards?
Witcher. What disappointed me though? No Wonder Woman. No freaking Wonder Woman. I'm over this. It's been 5 years, sir.
That's
5 years?
It's in the same hole as Wolverine, though.
No.
It was the same thing. It was the same presentation. They were both dropped the same presentation.
They're sitting in hell together.
I remember it was like a PlayStation something. I was like, this was amazing. And Spider-Man 2, I think, was also there. And obviously we got Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
That was the sure thing. That's why.
I'm really
Spider-Man 2 is the sure thing.
I don't know if Wolverine will come out next year. I really hope it does, but I don't know.
There's no way it comes out next year. They've done nothing.
See, but that's this. They did the same thing with Spider-Man 2, or just like it felt like it kind of came out of nowhere, and they just started marketing it heavy, and then it dropped. So I'm like, maybe that'll happen for Wolverine, but I don't know anymore.
Yeah, 2 years ago. That's
crazy. Wow.
Feels like 10.
Yeah, it does.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I thought
at least the Wonder Woman. At least the Wonder Woman thing, we can at least attribute to. Maybe once James got in, he was just like, "Hold up, wait a minute, let me see how I feel about what games are going to be released." The Wolverine is just pure pettiness. Like, all right, your shit got leaked, so move on.
I don't think that's what it is. I think they're just still working on it.
We felt like we were ramping up, then the
shit
got
a lot.
leaked.
All
of a sudden,
it was a lot.
All of a sudden, we don't hear nothing no more. I don't know. Shady. Shady.
You know what's so sad is when they announced the Game of Thrones game, which by the way is a mobile game. That was very
crazy.
strategic.
I'm
Yeah.
so upset when I found out.
That's
I
a
know.
mobile game?
That is a mobile game.
See,
When
Joel?
they-
See?
no fucking mobile
See?
game.
When they
See?
announced that game and it started
What?
with WB and then like slowly HBO faded onto the screen, I was like, oh, I literally thought it was gonna be Wonder Woman, and then HBO showed up and I was like, oh man. I was like, dang.
I'm saying C because we argued on the ride home when I was saying I might not like the game, and you're like, you don't even know how it plays yet. And I'm like,
Yeah,
but I don't like it.
It didn't look
And
great.
now it's a mobile game. No,
But
it
there have been a
looks great
few-
was the problem.
To me, it looked good. I was
But
just
now it's
now
not that,
now it's
it's a
mobile. I
mobile
don't know.
game.
Fuck.
No, it looked a little crunchy
I
to
know.
me. But I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to look past the looks because I played a bunch of crunchy games that were amazing. So I'm like, you know, crunch or no crunch, I'm there.
I
But
will say, if we can get a Game of Thrones game that plays like Assassin's Creed, I'm in. Assassin's Creed
Where's
Valhalla,
the with
I'm in.
Assassin's Creed game?
Play
Where's
like
that?
the Lord of the Rings game. What's it called?
Oh
Pet
yes,
whatever.
yes,
Oh,
I love
yeah.
that game, Joel. Yeah, I played that. a lot.
Shadows of Mordor.
That was
Yeah,
a Mordor.
Mordor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hexe. I don't think Hexe is going to come out before Shadows, so maybe it could come out in October. Maybe if it's maybe we'll hear more about it after Shadows comes out.
By the way, can we speak to the bouginess of Didge? A horse isn't good enough for him. He needs to fly a dragon. Riding a horse to get around isn't good enough for Didge. That's
For what game?
Oh, Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert looks good.
Yeah.
Looks fire. That's also another one I'm excited for.
That does.
Oh,
look good.
shit.
I'll give them that. Crimson Desert looks good.
I was about to say, Joel, you got to talk about the game that all they had to do was shine like 3 lights and you knew what it was.
Oh yeah.
What was that game?
Onimusha.
Onimusha,
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah. I've been waiting a very long
I thought
time.
Sekiro at first. I was like, oh my god.
Joel would have hit the panic button. He would have hit the panic
I
button.
would have said, "Fuck me." Over.
Yeah,
No.
but would you get it?
Onimusha. I've played all of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and even Tactics. I love those games. They're really good. I'm so excited it's back. It's been forever, it feels like.
Were you big on Okami getting a sequel too, or you're like you
I
haven't?
wasn't a big Okami guy.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not waiting. Now that Onimusha's back, I'm waiting on fucking Mega Man. Bring Mega Man back. What the fuck is taking so long? Like, why is it so hard?
But let it be more like the PlayStation 1 Mega Man.
Did you see the episode for Secret
X4,
Level?
5, and 6.
Yeah.
No, that's not what. I mean, yes, I saw the Mega Man Secret Level. Fucking almost cried. It was that emotional for me. I was like,
Oh,
It's not
interesting.
right,
I'll DM you because I have
Yeah.
thoughts.
You have thoughts?
I have thoughts.
I already don't like it. I loved it. I'm so sad. It was only like 9. It was like 9 fucking minutes. I was so sad.
Interesting.
Oh man, I'm like
I have no connection to Mega Man. I've never played Mega Man, so no,
That's
yeah,
insane.
Never any of them.
I will say though, that Pac-Man episode was weirdly sexual.
That was a fucking ploy to sell a different game. That's what that was.
That was kind of interesting. I feel like that's what makes the episode more interesting now is the fact that they have the game. I was like,
They lied to us and told us it was Pac-Man. I'm like, bro, it's Pac-Man with the Abe. What's it called? The Abe's Odyssey. That's what it felt like at first.
So Jawan, what about that episode was sexual to you?
I don't know. That woman saying, "Are you a eater? Are you eating? Do you want to eat?" It's like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
Keep talking. Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm just saying. You know, she was weirdly erotic.
Oh,
Just putting that out there.
Okay, that's not okay. All right.
Well, Secret Level was style with little substance. I don't know, Didge, because you say these words that are big words. I take that as disrespect. So we're just gonna get that off my screen. Thank you.
Yeah, I just think it's similar in style to what they do. They're not long, so you're always going to feel like
first
a
Mega
taste.
Man when I was a kid, but I never beat it.
Mega Man 1,
fair,
DJ?
how'd
How
you
the fuck
stop
play
playing
1?
Mega Man?
Even I
weird.
didn't play 1 when I was a kid. I played 3. I went right to 3.
What's the most recent Mega Man? I have
Thank you. Thank you, DJV. Did be saying them $50 words, man. I don't like it. It's not Scrabble. Stop talking to me like that, bro.
I
That's
love
crazy.
Mega Man CDs. I
The
love
most-
Mega
Like I'm
Man Battle
supposed to know
Network
what,
too.
like I'm supposed to know
Okay,
what
so-
style means. The fuck? It was 6 out of 10. Well, here's the thing. I can't give it a low grade. There were 2 games I knew, so for me, it was opening my world to everything. So it was for me. I can't be disappointed in it. I didn't know what any of the games were.
More of the first half of the game of the shorts that I saw than the second half ones, but the Mega Man ones like stole it from me. I fucking even though it was the shortest
I
one.
will say
Warhammer is
to
still
me,
my favorite.
thank
Warhammer
you,
was
AJ. Nothing
fucking
beats
great,
Warhammer.
yeah.
Nothing beats Warhammer. And if Henry Cavill wants to bring me that, sign me up now.
Yeah, Warhammer was great.
Nothing beats Warhammer.
I disagree.
What is Did say and same to? I don't know what Joel said. That he
Maybe a
said
Warhammer thing being the best episode.
I thought AJ said it, but
AJ
okay,
said.
cool. If we want to give Joel,
D&D was a good one. D&D was a good one.
Oh yeah, D&D was pretty good.
D&D was good.
I did like the recent one that I watched where it was like the army people. They were trying to transport the guy with the briefcase. Like that was really good. I had
that
fun
was
with
alright.
that.
That was I forget the name of the game, but yeah, that was alright.
Oh, Joel,
Crossfire.
He's saying you.
Yeah, I
did.
did. Yeah, I liked the first half more than the second half. Again, because a lot of the games I didn't really know aside from Mega Man, and I knew Concord. That one was fun, but I didn't really connect.
See, Concord made me sad that like the game is no longer playable, and also that it's not, I guess, what people thought it was gonna be. Because I feel like a lot of people thought it was gonna be kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of thing. And seeing that episode, I'm like, oh, this so gives Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, dang, I wonder if there was an alternate universe where they went with that idea, because I feel like it might have been more successful.
You probably would have. I mean, that has an interesting story. I like the way it started, and I'm like, oh, this could have probably been good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It had interesting characters. Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Secret Level's good. I'm glad it got
It said season 2. I want more games I recognize, though. Hopefully next time.
Well, I think this was the best way to do it. I think if you could succeed with games not a lot of people know,
All right,
it's now when you can start bringing in IP. Jamie, could you picture Secret Level Sly Cooper? Could you picture that?
That could
right?
Be do another like an extra case, something missing case.
I want more episodes. What we had this time? 14 or some shit.
Yeah, 15.
15.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to give Secret Level a lot of credit. I like how they released it, half and half. That's how everyone should do it. Do half and half. Half and half. You don't have to release it, the whole season all at once. Give me some this week, some next week. I'll take it. I think that's fair. That's cool. I'll take it.
I feel like you don't get the, like, if it's a regular like 30-minute, 40-minute show or something, you don't get the same like buzz week to week, If you just drop half then and drop half at a different time. Like Cobra Kai, for example, like I just caught up with Cobra Kai, but I feel like I didn't see that many people talking about Cobra Kai, and maybe it's just my algorithm. I don't know. Yeah, like they talked about it like the first few days when it dropped, but I feel like I haven't heard anything since.
Oh shoot! I'm glad you mentioned that. All right, because I got to make sure I show some respect to that movie. The new Karate Kid looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan. No, I will not go back and watch any of the shit that came before. Karate Kid for me starts with this movie. That's it. I'll see whatever comes after it. No interest. So, but this looks pristine. Holy shit, does this look good? The fluidity, the fight, everything just looks so good. I
like the fact that they acknowledge that karate is different than kung fu for the first time in over 20 movies. That they're not the same thing, and it's distinct. And I appreciate that finally being a thing.
I do like having Jackie Chan whoop ass. No, I've never seen Karate Kid. DJV. No.
Wait, what?
Mm-mm. Well, let me not say that. I have. My aunt put it on for me, and it just did nothing for me. I couldn't finish it. It did nothing for me whatsoever.
What?
I'm sorry. It's not my thing. I'll just leave it at that. Wild. Not my thing. All right, hold on, Jamie.
My whole childhood personality was built off that. I started taking karate lessons. That's about it. Yeah, I started taking karate lessons.
No. It was between me being shown that in the Ninja Turtle movies that I'm not the biggest fan of either. But if I had to choose, it'd be Ninja Turtles.
You don't even remember the Ninja Turtle movies.
I do remember the Ninja Turtle movies.
No, you
well,
don't.
not all the movies. I remember one movie.
Which ones?
The live action ones, not the animated ones.
I've seen 2 of them. I don't know
Oh,
which.
whoa,
It's
no,
like
no,
Return of the Ooze. Return of
No,
the Ooze,
okay.
I think.
Just so we're
That's the
clear,
second one.
I'm not talking about whatever that fucking travesty was with Stephen Amell and Megan Fox. Not that shit. I'm talking about the original Ninja Turtle movies.
Okay, not too much on Casey Jones.
That was.
You want to call them?
You know
that.
what's crazy? They
It's still
found a
pretty
way
in
to
that
get
movie. That's all that
worse
matters.
with that second movie. That was the crazy part. The first one to me was abysmal. Then they're just like, let's double it down by giving you more things you don't recognize, and it's like that's Casey Jones. Oh, all right,
Beautiful
cool,
man to me.
sure.
They did okay with Bebop and Rocksteady, but that
I
was
will
it.
give you that with Seamus. Yes, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
No, it's just I don't know. There's certain
like them
movies
in
that
Power
make me
Rangers.
feel out of time, and I think that's what maybe Karate Kid and Ninja Turtles did for me. Like it made me feel out of time. Like I connected to nothing.
Interesting.
But again, I have no disrespect for either one of those franchises. Ninja Turtles for me is animated. And Karate Kid, I'm gonna start with this movie. This movie looks great. Now Trayvon, do you wanna hurry up and cry about not seeing your kids in this trailer?
Oh, the Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
You know, I need them to explain it to me because they definitely went to the set. When they went to the house to pick them up.
They went to the set to go get Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, so I'm like, so where everybody else at?
They said
the way
stay
that
there.
Ralph Macchio looks even younger in this movie trailer than he does in Cobra Kai.
Because they somehow made Jackie look even older than the last time we saw Jackie.
Stealing youth
Jackie,
is what he's doing.
Jackie looks 100 in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Jackie is 100. No,
I just need them to explain that. That's all. Other than that, I enjoyed the trailer. That was the only thought I had. I was like, so you did go to the set to get? He didn't come to you. You went where he was at. So where are the?
Wait, hold on. So it would make more sense to you if Cobra Kai cast was in this movie?
I want them in it. They made it popular again.
No. No one's.
They deserve to be in the movie. They deserve to make movie money.
No one's knocking that. I'm just saying, this movie is about this kid. This kid wasn't in Cobra Kai.
They shouldn't have got Ralph Macchio then.
I don't disagree with getting Ralph Macchio or Jackie Chan.
I don't know. You can't call this fucking movie Karate Kid and not have karate in it. That's my thing. You can't do that again. You can't. You just can't do that.
It's not even about this. If they did just have a new student, they could have just did it. They went and got Ralph Macchio on the set of Cobra Kai. Please.
Yes, but I'm saying you feel okay. So in your head, because you got Ralph Macchio, give us Cobra Kai. And I'm telling you, there's somebody sitting in a corner right now with no lights on, right? With the lights all turned off, believing because you got Jackie, Jaden's going to be in this movie. And you disagree with that. So what I'm saying is you see it
they
from
want to
both
bring
sides.
him. I mean, whatever. Jackie said he got a new student.
Yeah,
it's this kid.
So, yeah. And that's fine. Yeah. But you went and got Ralph Macchio, who is working with the Cobra Kai kids. Like you can't.
All I'm saying is,
it might be a
I believe
timeline.
You're moving.
We don't know exactly how that works.
I believe you're moving.
Another time. Oh God.
No. I'm out. It might not be another time. We have no clue at what point of
we don't know
his character's life this takes place in. Right? Like Joel said, they made him look younger. Right? Now that might just be the Ralph Macchio effect. But I also want to throw this in.
He's like 60. He looks like he's 40.
I want to throw this in, Trayvon. What you want would be cooler if you treat this like a shared universe. Thank you, Didge. Exactly. Make a Cobra Kai Avengers type movie or Karate Kid Avengers type movie where you bring in the Cobra Kai kids. But you don't start off with it. You got to establish this kid first.
No.
He's obviously the Iron Man of this story.
No. This movie is being made off of the success of Cobra Kai. You're now about to tell me, oh, look, this show made it all popular. Fuck all them. Let's make a movie. No, fuck that.
They didn't say fuck all them. They took the most important part of that show,
He's
is
not
Ralph
the most important part
Macchio.
anymore. He's not the most important part anymore.
Ralph Macchio is probably
No.
of every generation the most recognizable face of Karate Kid.
Because he is
I'm very
the
confused.
Karate Kid. He's
Like,
the
what are you
original
talking about,
Karate
Trayvon?
Kid.
He's not the most
Ironic,
important part
you
of
would
it
say
anymore.
that, Jawan, having
Yes,
not
he
seen the
is.
movie.
No, but I know Ralph Macchio was the original Karate Kid. Like that's not lost to me. Like I know that. I'm just saying Ralph Macchio is the face of.
When I watch Cobra Kai, I don't want to see him most of the time. I don't care about him.
That's because you have no
He
sexual
annoys-
interest in Ralph.
He
Macchio.
annoys me now with this show.
Right.
Well,
So-
okay, we gotta hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
no.
on a second.
I know where this is going.
Hold on a second, because there may not be kids, but they're portraying kids in this show, Jawan. That's not what it's about. He just liked the show.
Hold on. That's
He
not
just
what it's
liked the
about.
show. That's not what it's about.
You go ahead and when we get off air, ask Trayvon about Jolo.
What?
What?
He deserves to be in this. Yes, he does.
What? Okay, that's not what I'm talking about, but we'll talk about that later. We'll move past that. But I do believe Cobra Kai kids at some point should join in to a big screen adventure. Just not this one. That's all I'm saying. Let this one be the start of this kid.
You haven't
They had
watched
their
all
time.
the things, so you shouldn't have an opinion.
I have an opinion that you shouldn't allow this kid to have his own journey.
You haven't watched
Cobra Kai has had like 5 seasons. They
You
had
haven't
their
I don't
journey.
know if I like again that the main kid is not fucking learning karate as the main style. You gotta stop doing that shit. It's starting to get annoying. It's the second fucking movie. You do call Karate Kid. The kid's not learning karate. So at least they enjoy. They're bringing in Ralph Macchio, who actually does karate. I don't know how it fits. I guess he's learning that now as a second style. I have no idea what the fuck the point is.
Joe, that's the thing that bothered me the most. That Jackie's training this kid, right? Kid's still getting his ass whooped. And somehow Jackie's character just goes, you know what? He wouldn't get his ass beat if he learned karate. It's like, what the fuck? What? How does that make sense?
Why do
like,
you mean him? What is so
That's what I'm
special
saying.
about?
I'd be mad as hell if I was Ralph Macchio. Jackie Chan showed up to my door saying, I
What
need you
is
to know.
Daniel
What can I
Russo
teach that you
do?
can't? Like,
You're right. I'm so curious. I need
that's what
another
I'd be
teacher.
afraid about. Like, I'm confused. But look, it looks great. Hats off to this entire team. I can't wait to see
I can't wait for these interviews.
if it's a success. Why do you look for shadiness?
I'm just
Why
waiting
do
for
you
the
look for
interviews. I just want to see what questions they're going to be asked. That's all.
I mean, these are fair questions. Like, that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, what the fuck? We just had Cobra Kai. What happened? And then they're like,
Now,
the thing is, they're doing it off the back of the name, The Karate Kid, just like the last movie did with Jaden. It was, they were calling it, even though it made no fucking sense. They called it Karate Kid, all right? And they try to sell Jackie Chan as the new Mr. Miyagi again, because he's, it's his name. He wasn't teaching karate. That's not what he was learning, nor was that what he was doing at the end of that movie, which really was fucking annoying. But here we are. They're doing it again. The Karate Kid is a brand, and that's what they're doing.
I'm just saying, Trayvon's feeling is the same question we all had when it was first announced, because we thought they were canceling the show to make it a movie. When they said, no.
Yeah.
We thought they were canceling the show to take the characters and put them in a movie.
The show will be over by the time this movie comes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not hearing me. We thought when this first got announced that Cobra Kai was ending to make a Cobra Kai movie is what we all thought. And then when they said, no, it has nothing to do with them, we then went, okay, so you're starting something new. And then when they said, well, no, Ralph Macchio's coming back, we were just like, well, now I'm confused all over again. Like, why are you doing?
When they said Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan were coming back, I'm like, excuse me?
Right.
What the fuck?
The only reason it makes sense now is you're trying to,
it's
like you
fucking
said,
annoying,
eat off the back of Cobra Kai. And that's why I said you can build a universe where you can use Cobra Kai down the line. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying throw them away. I'm just saying let this kid have his own movie.
No.
Like they had their own show. Like I don't understand what the problem is.
DJV, it's like doing the movie The Accountant and he was really a banker. It's like, why would you call it? What's the point?
Wait, hold on now. Because the thing that upset me about that movie was they called it The Accountant. And I swear to God, I kept thinking, like, damn, this is one of those Oscar bait movies where he's just, like, doing accounting because he's, like, he's, like, autistic. And then when he started killing people, I was just like, okay.
Call it
You
whatever you
shocked
want.
me there. You completely caught me off guard. I'm thinking this is like an Oscar-based film. When you started committing murders, I'm like, okay, just a name. Just a name. Got it. Understood. Maybe that's what Karate Kid is. Just a name. It's a theory.
That's exactly why they did it. Just a fucking name. And it's like, it still means something. You can't
To
not
be
do
fair,
karate.
Joel, to be fair, to the untrained eye, most people don't know the difference between karate.
But that's because movies like this fucking do shit like that.
If you ask someone, they would tell you Jet Li and Bruce Lee and all them have been doing karate.
It's all karate. Yeah, that's the most racist thing I've heard in a while. That's how it feels to me. Hate that shit.
Hilarious. All right. That's all we got. We're done here. I want to thank AJ and Jamie for stopping by. Appreciate you both.
It was a pleasure.
Thank Didge, DJV, and Mike for being in the comments. Appreciate you guys. And as always, that's the most racist thing. Yeah, Joel's been.
If the Cobra Kai cast are in this movie, cancel it.
No.
Whoa.
All right, so we're gonna be taking next week off, so we'll see you guys the week after.
Yes, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you guys.
See you next year.
Oh, it's dope.
He waited forever.
Oh, it says shadow.
Shadow poster.
What is the marking say?
Japanese kanji? Is that correct? No.
What does the marking say?
I don't know.
The first thing said shadow. I actually couldn't read the rest of it. I assumed it was the same line, but
Jamie trying to show off some Japanese.
Exactly. Get off our
I do Duolingo.
The bird forces me.
But all right, guys, that's all we got. Till next time. Peace.
Later.